on my sleeve. Down by 2, but I still believe. Hands on my hips and my lungs burn slow. Look at my brother like ready, let's go. One stop, one cut, one shot, one scream. Turn that pressure into gasoline.
Number 1 area round of the playoffs, where 6 teams enter, but only 2 teams will punch their ticket to the state tournament. Welcome to Millwood Basketball, sponsored by attorney Jason Lowe and Lowe Law Firm. It's the Class 3A number 4 Alva Lady Goldbugs versus Class 3A number 7 and the Millwood Lady Falcons. Now the Falcons beat Hennessy, the Lady Eagles, in the regional championship game 49-29. 40 of the 49 points came from McCarroll, who had 12, Reagan Carey, who had 13, and Madison Presley, who had 15. Falcons are now 18-7 on the season, riding a 7-game winning streak. Now the Falcons have stepped up their game, playing their best ball down the stretch, and the Falcon defense has continued to improve, at times reflecting that old school vice grip. Now tonight they were going to need to unleash it and jump and not wait on the other team to get started tonight. The opponent, the regional champions from bracket A, the Alva Goldbugs. They defeated Jones by 23 last week, 53-30. They are 22-5, winners of 11 straight games. Now this team lost in the state semifinal last year, and their mission is to get back. They are wearing the shirts that says doubt not and fear not. They play with great chemistry and score in multiple ways, but they love to get the ball in the inside and the interior. Now, both teams understand this is an opportunity. With a win, you can punch your ticket to the state tournament. But you can put that gold ball firmly in sight if you can look and get past tonight. Buckle up. This should be a good one. I'm Maurice Prince, and I'm joined, of course, by the protege, the student, of course, as I always call him, Jamin Dawson. I got to stop calling him that. But, Jamin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm still in school till December, so you can call me the student all you want, man. That's just the truth.
It kind of is the truth. You know, when you start looking at these teams coming together tonight, there is a lot of intensity. Both these teams firmly believe that they have what it takes to get to state. Tonight, when you look at Millwood tonight, they're coming in tonight, riding that 7-game winning streak, playing some of their best defense, shooting the ball well from distance, making timely plays, and also getting, good rotational play from all their players. When you look at Alva, they have basically 3 players that can carry the load. Who are those teams for Alva?
So you have Kaylin Wood. She's leading the team in scoring, averaging 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists per game. But Hadley Ohm, you're going to see her do a lot of work in the paint. 12 points per game and 11 rebounds per game. So she's going to be very impactful. And you have Asia Blackledge. She's averaging 10 points, 6 rebounds per game, and 6 steals. So look for her to be a force defensively.
Of course, when you start talking about this team, Jeremy Jones is the head coach of this team. Had a chance to finally see Alva play last year when Millwood was taking on, when we were at the Gold Dome in Hennessy last year. We know the Gold Bugs have a lot of players, and when you have talent that got you to the state title coming back again, they lost to Washington, who eventually did win the title. But Millwood's an uncharted territory. The Lady Falcons recently, in recent memory, have not been able to get past. Last time we were talking about them in area and regional has been a couple of years ago, but this is a team that has at least been able to make regional. They are constantly been a playoff team, but this group, this is new uncharted territory for them, and they've got to be excited about that.
Absolutely. You've got to be proud to see what Coach Jackson has done early in her regime, and like you mentioned, this is a different team. You got different seniors on this team, and quite a bit of them. You've got Caden Williams and Courtney McCarroll. Courtney McCarroll can be a very impactful player. They've had impact all across the roster, from the young players all the way to the top of the oldest, but you want to see them all culminate that talent to really get it done here tonight.
Had a chance earlier, just a few minutes ago, to talk with, of course, Coach Jackson. Here's her thoughts about tonight's game. Pre-game talking with Millwood girls basketball coach Toya Jackson. Coach, what was preparation getting right for this team?
We was loose. I felt like we had a great shoot around. I mean, the girls were loose. We were excited. They had a lot of energy. And so just the same thing that we've been doing the last couple of weeks is just getting lots of shots up and then focusing on what we need to do to win the game.
Your defense is continuing to get back to some of the form that as the players are not getting healthy. How pleased are you and about the way you're going to need to attack and hold down Alva tonight?
Well, that's the main thing that they got to understand. You know, defense, that defensive side of the ball is important, as well as putting the ball in the hole, but you actually got to be able to stop somebody in front of you. So I think that they're finally understanding that, and they've taken on the responsibility of, you know, that defensive side. So
this has got to be an exciting time for you, first year with the program at this level. The girls are excited. What excites you most about this opportunity to see what they're going to do?
Just the opportunity, right? You know, most of these girls last year, they didn't get the opportunity to go this far. And I'm excited for them. I told them in the in shoot around earlier that I was proud of them for, you know, buckling down and really believing in, you know, what I was trying to do and believing in the program. And, you know, to get this far, to see the smiles on their faces is unmatched. So I'm super happy.
Finally, Coach, Alva's really good. What part of their game are you going to try and address and try to take away from them tonight?
Well, what they want to do. They like to get it inside to their big girl, and their big girl is really, really good. And so, you know, we're going to have to take away what they really like to do and make them uncomfortable and try to make them play our game a little bit.
Appreciate it. Okay, did not want to interrupt the playing of the national anthem. I'll get Jamin's response or his thoughts about Coach Jackson's thoughts here in just a moment. Tonight's game, of course, is being sponsored by Lowe Law Firm. Of course, attorney Jason Lowe, he will fight for you. Other sponsors for tonight's game as it stands, we also have SS First Security Bank, Love Student Alum, Bank First, and Super Prep. Let's get it over to the PA address announcer for the starting lineup.
Your starting lineup for the Millwood High School varsity girls. Junior rank number 1, Reagan. Senior rank numero 2, Kayla Williams. Freshman rank number 11, Madison Presley. Senior rank 1-3, Mariah Gaston. Senior rank 3-3, Star Thomas Rodden. Alva makes some noise. Your starting lineup for Alva. Senior rank number 10, Kylie Egan. Senior rank 1-5, Tiani Ferguson. Senior rank 23, Millwood. Senior rank 3-0, Asia Blackman. Senior rank 35, Hadley Alva.
All right. Time to go ahead and confirm the starting lineups for you tonight. Who do you got for Alva tonight for Jamin?
We've got Kylie Adair, Channing Ferguson. We've got, who is that, number 30, Asia Blackledge, Hadley Ohm, and number 23, Kaylin Woods.
Caitlin Woods. And for the Falcons tonight, you have Reagan Carey, Caden Williams as the starter tonight, Madison Presley, Mariah Gaston, and Star Thomas Waddell are the starters. Going with Star Thomas in the lineup, hoping that she can go ahead and get this thing jumping off as it's loud and ready to rock here at Prague High School where we are this evening. The Falcons control the tip. Mariah Gaston has it now over the hands of Madison Presley. Madison Presley still going to work. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson on the call this evening. Glad that you're with us tonight. The winner of this game punches their ticket to the state tournament, and it can all be decided in 32 simple minutes. Reagan Carey with the handoff here, goes into the lane, play was broken down. Kicks it to the outside. Mariah Gaston now has it. Inside to Star Thomas Waddell with the post move, turn and fade, and Star Thomas drops the biscuit in the basket. A nice pass inside by Mariah Gaston. Now going back to work.
Nice touch there. Almost lost the ball, but that was a great recovery by the senior Reagan Carey.
All right, trying to work the ball around, and it's going to be a 5-second call right there against the edge. The Falcon relentless pressure making statements early in this game, Jamin.
Right, and what we heard in Coach Jackson's interview, she heard we like the energy, and you want to keep that energy up the entire time. That's one of the keys of the game. The defense is going to be there, but the offense has to maintain just as well.
All right, going to work. Caden Williams now has it back up top to Star Thomas. Thomas above the circle inside to Caden Williams. That ball's deflected out of bounds. Nice job there on the denial, trying to get the ball in the interior paint there. Blocked by Blackledge on the play. Here we go.
Alva Goldbugs manned up.
Mariah Gaston backs it up. Setting up the offense. Looking for a screen. Handoff to Madison Presley. Over to Reagan Carey. Man-to-man defense. Alva will work the defensive side of the ball. And they're going to call traveling on the game right now by Madison Presley on the play.
Yep, young Madison Presley on the crossover. Alva up in the ante on defense.
Going to work right now. Ball across half court. They were able to break the press. Ball to the left wing. Down to the corner. Driving inside. Pull-up jump shot is good there by number 10 on that play by Kylie Adair on the play.
First points from Adair. That's a nice job. Good ball movement, and that was a nice job electing to get that ball in the paint.
All right, backing it up. Madison Presley resets. Both teams playing with a lot of energy. Mariah Gaston has it. Throws it down to the box. Star Thomas going to get called for double dribble on the play. Stumbled. Good defensive positioning that time by Hadley Ohm.
All right, very nice job here from Alva thus far, and you can hear that Alva side is very loud, and they're feeding off that energy.
All right, ball across half court this time. Swinging it over. Finding a drive down low, and Star Thomas erases that shot attempt. Flying down the lane, that shot attempt by Blackledge. Star Thomas retreats down and knocked that thing right into the front row.
And that's the impact you want to see with Star Thomas Rydell's being in that starting lineup. You got the first bucket pretty easy, and now she's activated on defense with the block.
And we've got a foul called on the play there. Is that going to against Star Thomas? Looks like that foul was called against Star Thomas right there. Yes, Star Thomas getting called with the foul there. Going to work. Into the painted area. Up and under move. Drawing contact against Madison Presley. She picks up the foul. Team foul number 2. So going to the free throw line now, you will have Kylie Adair. Her first free throw attempt is true. She knocks that one down. 3-2 is the score right now. 5:44 to go in the first quarter. Back rims that one. Mariah Gaston chases down the rebound there. Coming across the timeline, Mariah set up the Falcon offense. Let's see what the Falcons do on this possession. Ball back in the hands of Reagan Carey. Inside pass to Mariah Gaston in amongst the trees, and she's going to go to the ground. It's going to be a jump ball situation, and it looks like it will be Alva ball on the tie-up. Falcons again extending pressure. Alva using the four corners, the diamond, to get across and break the press. Ball in the hands back up top, in the hands of Ferguson. Now back in the hands of Adair. Adair on the right wing, trying to get around the screen from Caden Williams. Trying to get the ball in the paint. Ball's knocked loose. It's going to be a jump ball. No, it's not. It's going to be a foul called on the play. Looks like they're going to call the foul against number. So the foul's going to be called against number 23 in this one, which is Woods.
All right, Alva trying to get the little pick and roll there. They're trying to get Hadley Ohm involved, but nice job there defensively by Millwood.
Reagan Carey Over to Madison Presley. Presley wide open. Behind the screen, front rims that one. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, and it will be Alva ball. She missed her one of the best three-point opportunities early in this game that she has seen thus far.
Right, and the freshman's really been lighting up the stat sheet. You want to see her knock down that open shot, but it's good she took it.
All right, driving in the lane, bounce pass inside, and Mariah's going to get a foul called that time, trying to cut off. Again, Hadley Ohm, really good post player for Alva. She gets position, she's almost automatic. But Mariah getting that one, team foul number 3. They back rimmed that first free throw there. 3-2 remains the score, 4:42 to go. You're listening to tonight's Millwood playoff game, brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe and Lowe Law Firm. Back rims that free throw. Shot no good, goes out of bounds, but it will be Millwood ball. Williams gets it in to Presley. Presley across the timeline now. Man-to-man defense. Courtney McCarroll is now checked in the game. Going downhill, ball knocked loose. Reagan Carey almost loses it, swings it back out. Caden Williams gets it and recovers. Off Falcon possession, still alive. Ball in the hands of Reagan Carey. Carey over to Madison Presley. Presley trying to get the ball down low. Star Thomas is trying to post up on the block, but Ohm is doing a good job of unrooting her by getting lower than her. Flash into the lane goes Caden Williams. Caden Williams with the hook shot, draws contact, and she looks like she'll be going to the free throw line shooting 2.
Yeah, quick pass there from McCarroll. That's a nice job, Caden Williams. Getting to the back door and finding the shot.
So Courtney McCarroll did come in for Mariah Gadsden. So Caden Williams, see if she can make some noise from the free throw line. Back rims that first one. Both teams struggling a little bit from the free throw line early in this game.
Right, well, there's still jitters. Everything is at stake, and this gym is loud as it can be. The environment's only going to heighten as these teams continue to play.
Caden takes her time this time. Steady dribble. Fires. Back rims that second one. That ball's knocked loose, but it will be Alva ball.
Yeah, that's knocked out there by 21. Presley Jones checked in for the Alva Goldbugs.
Across the timeline now. Falcons do not press this time. They go ahead and get set. Star Thomas battling down low. Doing a good job of denial. In the lane, turn and fire goes Ohm, and Ohm draws a foul against Star Thomas. Star Thomas says she had her hand in the air. Millwood coaching staff does not like that call. Star Thomas just picked up foul number 2, team foul number 4. So sending back to the free throw line goes Hadley Ohm.
And Ohm's a strong player. You see her working through Star Thomas Rydell's hands up on the contest, but she did a nice job generating that contact to get to the free throw line.
So Mariah Gaston's going to check back in for Star Thomas. So going to work. Firing the second free throw is no good that time. Rebound chased down by Reagan Carey. Reagan Carey hurries across the timeline, and she fires as no one picked her up. And she found the distance and the mark that knocks down the triple. Nice job by Reagan Carey on that play.
Right, that's what you want to see from your junior, one of the leaders on this team. We know she can shoot it. It's good to see that confidence here early.
Driving in the lane, and Caden Williams comes in, hits the Jets, retreats down and blocks the shot against Nettles, who had come into the game.
Nice rotation there by the Millwood defense. Tried to catch a defender off guard, but Caden Williams comes streaking across the other side of the court.
Madison Presley checks out of the game, and now Kalia Hines is in for her first action of the game. Courtney McCarroll stepping out, guarding against outside on the perimeter. Falcons now still in man-to-man defense right now. Working the ball around, trying to get it inside. Stop, pop in the middle. Shot no good. Rebound. Bounces around, and Alva ends up with the rebound that time.
Air ball there from Adair.
So that shot goes nowhere.
One of the first offensive rebounds we've seen, trying to earn some extra possessions there, but the Millwood defense holds strong.
So the team foul situation, 3 team fouls called against Alva right now as Reagan Carey goes in the lane, goes to work. Wheels and deals. Shot no good that time by her. Alva with the ball. Ball at the top of the circle. Reagan Carey lunges, could not come away with it. Carroll knocks the ball loose, but it will be Goldbug ball. Substitutions. So Raquel Hunt comes in now for Reagan Carey, giving her a quick breather. And Alva doing a lot of substitutions. 2 new players came on the court on that last play. Working the ball up top. Ball now on the right wing. Inside, turn and fire in the lane goes Ohms. Shot no good that time. Great defense by Caden Williams. Raquel
getting the contest and the rebound.
Ball back in the hands of McCarroll. She up fakes, drives in the lane, kicks to the outside. Raquel Hunt fires a 3, shot no good. McCarroll tracks down the rebound. McCarroll spin move in the lane through contact, draws a foul against number 23, Woods, and will go back to the free throw line shooting 2.
Right, McCarroll starting to heat up now. She's one of the more diverse players on this team. You see her attracting defenders, getting Hunt the open shot, and still getting the offensive rebound and getting another shot attempt to get to the free throw line.
So McCarroll at the free throw. Can she be one of the few players or the first player from Millwood to knock down a free throw? And that one did not look like it went in. She gets one more. See if she can go 1 of 2 here. She takes her time and gets that one and finds the mark. Falcons up by 2. I'll make that. So she knocked down the first of her 2. So she went 2 for 2 at the free throw line. So nice job by her. So going back to work. Falcon defense contesting on the outside. Inside shot, no good. Rebound rolls around and Alva tracks down the miss. And then they get the good fortune of knocking down that second opportunity. 7-6, the Falcons are going to have to box out.
Right, that's the first score from Asia Blackledge, getting those offensive rebounds and starting to work out for Alva.
Now, the Falcons have found something, Jamin. Every time that they decide to go downhill, they get a step quicker and they drive down, but they're going to have to knock down their free throws if they're going to come out on top. It looks like Alva, when they do team defense concept, can cut off the lane. But the Falcons athletically have an advantage in that spot.
Right, they do. And the key to this is going to be knocking down those free throws because you're going to get more and more opportunities. They've went about 7 deep here thus far, but that might be as deep as their lineup gets.
So let's see here. Kalia Hines at the free throw line. Can she knock one down? Kalia takes her time, knocks the second one down. Falcons now up by 2, 8-6, 1:33 to go in the first. Across the timeline, firing it. Reagan Carey, pressure right at half court. And then trying to get the ball, covering it. Switch, but the Falcons maintain man-to-man pressure. Cut, backdoor inside, and a nice move and a nice basket. So Ferguson with a nice 2 on that play there.
Nice entry pass there. Raquel Hunt just went to sleep a little bit.
Ball in the hands of Courtney McCarroll, who gets it over to Raquel Hunt, who drives inside the lane to the basket. She goes too strong off the glass. She misses that one, but a good opportunity. Hunt hits the Jets, trying to cut off the play, but she does a good job at top. Falcons thought she traveled on the play, and then Reagan Carey got caught putting her hand in the cookie jar, reaching in against Adair on the play. That's team foul number 5, so free throws coming for the Gold Bugs.
And Adair leading Alva right now. She's got 5.
5 of their 8. Free throw line. Back rims that first one. And again, free throw numbers have been tough in this game for both teams. You know, taking a look at those stats, if I had to right now, Gold Bugs are 2 of 7 from the free throw line. Make that 3 of 8. Falcons 3 of 6. So 9-8, back up by 1. Driving inside goes Kalia Hines again. Up and under move, shot no good that time by Hines. Falcons battle. Kalia Hines ends up with the rebound inside, pass to Reagan Carey, who dives to the basket and scores a 2.
Great vision there by Courtney McCarroll. Millwood starting to work it inside, and as you mentioned, Mo, they're making it stick. Even if they don't get to the free throw line, they're starting to see the ball go in the basket.
So 30-second timeout has been called on the floor. Maurice Prince and, of course, Jamin on the call this evening. Jamin Dawson. Score 10-9. Falcons have gone. The ebbs and flows of the game is Alva is clear on what they want to do, Jamin. They want to get the ball in the lane, but the Falcons will appear to stay buckled in their man-to-man coverage and rely on the rotation of their defensive players to make plays. And so far in the game, they've been right, because Caden Williams has a block, Star Thomas has a block in the first quarter here, and it's all about the intensity. It's all about the defense being willing to still hustle on every play.
Right, you've got to be able to communicate, and I can tell from the last game that I've called for Millwood, they've enhanced their communication and they're finding good ways to make production on defense, and it's turning into it on offense. They're sharing the basketball and they're getting easier shots. But of course, Alva does want to work it inside. They want to work it into Hadley Ohm. She only has 1 point thus far. Asia Blackledge, she has 2, and that's off an offensive rebound. So let's see what they can do here on this possession to end out the quarter.
All right, Falcons setting up for a half-court trap. Ball deflected away by Reagan Carey. Reagan Carey shooting the passing lane right now. Knocked the ball out of the hands that time of Blackledge. Throwing the ball ahead. Retreating inside, up and under. Easy basket on the other end if they beat the initial presser. That's the first time today that's happened on that particular way when they beat the press as Adair scored. She now has 7 of the team's 11 points.
Right, she was met with a lot of Falcons, but patience pays off. She lets the first defender fly by.
Courtney McCarroll inside the lane, loses the ball. Going to be a turnover against McCarroll right there. As time expires, we have a 1-point advantage by the Gold Bugs. Both teams going toe-to-toe. This is going to be a good one. Time for us to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Playoff Basketball, sponsored by attorney Jason Lowe of Lowe Law Firm.
Hello, I am attorney Jason Lowe, the attorney that will fight for you. Give us a call at 405-232-8500 for a free initial consultation and flexible payment plans. And remember, I will fight for you.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Welcome back to Prague High School, the home of the Red Devils. Today's game, of course, being brought to you by, sponsored by attorney Jason Lowe of Lowe Law Firm, Maurice Prince, Jamin Dawson on the call. Jamin, your biggest takeaway from the first quarter?
Biggest takeaway is the Millwood defense really starting to tighten it up. Alva got to a pretty good start, and they got a couple offensive rebounds. They were able to score on one, but they've really tightened it up, and offensively, they found their philosophy. Working into the paint, they haven't settled for outside shots.
Falcons shooting 3 of 8 in the first, 38%. 1 of 3 for deep, 33%. Alva, 4 of 7 field goals, 50%. They have not attempted a three-point shot yet, as Caden Williams throws one up off the glass that time. She misses it. Rebound pulled down by the Gold Bugs. On the floor right now, you've got Mariah Gaston, Courtney McCarroll, Reagan Carey, Caden Williams, and Madison Presley on the floor right now. Inside, and they're going to call traveling on the play that time. Turnover called against number 30, which will be Asia Blackledge on the play. Here comes Madison Presley. She has not gotten going yet. The freshman, let's see what she has in the tank tonight. She's been averaging about 15 points per contest, but she's capable of a 20-piece anytime, anywhere. She drives inside. Handoff, trouble with the pass, a turnover that time.
Steal by Blackledge.
Working the ball around. Ball back in the hands now of Woods. Inside to Ohm. Ohm draws contact and a foul against Caden Williams. Team foul number 1. Caden Williams, first foul of the night.
Hadley Ohm is really a force to be reckoned with on defense. She was the one that stopped Caden Williams and went right at her on the offensive end. Caden Williams is pleading with the referee, saying she's going straight up, but that's just so hard to defend with the power that she brings.
Yes, and to be honest with you, her strength of her game is in her upper body. Her frame and her shoulders, she really is quite talented, and you can tell she can move players just by that strength. And the ball is knocked out, and it will be Falcon ball. She misses that second free throw right now. And I really think, as crazy as it sounds, free throws are really going to be a factor. Alva right now 4 of 10, Millwood 3 of 6. The Falcons got to be tighter on those passes. Cannot be lazy tonight. As Courtney McCarroll laces up a three, can't get that one to fall. Inside goes Mariah Gaston, gets it inside to Reagan Carey, who rolls to the basket. Shot up, cannot get it to fall that time.
Well, you just talked about those passes have to be tighter, and that wasn't a bad possession moving the basketball by Millwood. Just couldn't get that bucket to go. Alva is doing a fantastic job so far defending the rim.
So that's going to be another foul called against Kaden Williams on that rebound attempt. Her second foul, team foul number 2. 6:23 to go before the end of the first half of this one. Falcons down by 2, into the corner. Pass inside, denied. Great job and a steal by Kaden Williams on the play. Here come the Falcons. Madison Presley steps back. Working around. Hand off to Reagan Carey. Reagan Carey has the ball knocked out of her hands and they reset. Man-to-man, Alva. Man-to-man defense has been very good starting off this game. Courtney McCarroll into the lane. Down low. Contact. Score the basket as Courtney McCarroll found a path, drove it down Main Street, and dropped the biscuit in the basket.
Right, you see the strength and perseverance there from Courtney McCarroll. That was a nice shot attempt getting that and one.
But can she knock down the free throw, James?
We got to finish the job, Mo. Like you mentioned, 3 for 6 from the free throw line. That's not a winning formula, but you got plenty of time in this game to turn it around and capitalize on it.
McCarroll. And she gets the extra value meal. That's the 2 with the drink. Now coming across the timeline now. Going to work. Ball on the right, down to the corner. Wide open three-point shot and knocking it down. Big-time three-point shot by Adair. Wide open. She's in double digits. As Reagan Carey fires one to answer on the other side, she can't get it to fall.
First 3 knocked down from Alva. Good shot there by Adair. We saw them shooting a lot of those threes in some of their warm-up drills, so look for that outside shot to open up a little bit.
In the lane, no one picked up, and she rolls down the basket and scores. So nice job by them by Nettles that time.
First points for her, she has 2.
17-13, a little run here by the Gold Bugs. Can the Falcons counter? Madison Presley, shot, missed, gets her own rebound. Kick up to McCarroll. McCarroll in the lane to the corner. The Reagan Carey reset. Mariah Gaston breaking down the defense in the lane. Goes with the runner. Kiss off the glass. Shot no good.
Millwood really needing a basket right now. Down by 4. One of the keys to the game is how they respond to the runs.
McCarroll. Bounce pass over. Working the ball around the perimeter. Inside the lane. Ohms against Kaden Williams. And she is strong to the basket again. And the Falcons are going to have to call for time as the Gold Bugs have outscored the Falcons 8-3 to start the second. We're going to take a timeout here on the floor ourselves. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Playoff Basketball, brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe and a Lowe Law Firm.
Hello, I am attorney Jason Lowe, the attorney that will fight for you. Give us a call at 405-232-8500 for a free initial consultation and flexible payment plans. And remember, I will fight for you.
Break for quarter, hearts on the ring, we shake from the east side, house to the west side street, so we see high school, we the ones to beat. Run it up, yeah. Growl out, Jim high.
All right, welcome back 4:25 to go in the second quarter. A 6-0 spurt by the Gold Bugs. And now the Falcons need to respond. Changing the lineup. They're bringing in Carrington Threat into the lineup, along with Raquel Hunt. Reagan Carey and Caden Williams are on the floor right now.
And the way I see it, it looks like they're electing for some more speed in the offense just to get the ball moving up a little bit so they can find some shots a little easier.
All right, Caden Williams foul driving to the basket. Team foul number 2 called against Alva. So now to the free throw line goes Caden Williams. Caden Williams has not hit the scoring sheet yet. Let's see if she can do it now. Back rims that first free throw. Falcons have got to knock down their free throws. It's an easy way to stay in the game. Free throws are only free if you make them. If not, they cost you. And this is not the night you want to be tallying up receipts. Caden Williams' second free throw is true. She knocks that one down. 19 to 14. So Caden Williams comes out, and Star Thomas Raudels comes back into the game now. And ball nearly knocked loose. Raquel Hunt tried to save it, back tapped it in, ends up being an assist for the Gold Bugs. 21 to 14, 7-point advantage now. Yep. Star Thomas, short corner jump shot is true. Star Thomas pulls up. Beautiful form on that shot.
Good to see Star Thomas Raudels get back in the game and get right back to it. She opened up the scoring for Millwood and adds another one. She's down by 5.
She's got 4. 3:38 to go. Falcons need to go on a little bit of a run now. Raquel Hunt. Falcons trying to get another stop and a score. Ball in the hands, down low. Falcons are willing to double team. Turn and fire, shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Mariah Gaston, who gets it up to Reagan Carey. To the cup she goes and misses the bunny. Can't believe she missed that one.
Great fast break opportunity for Millwood. Just couldn't get it to go.
And on the other end, hustling down the other end, Kylie Adair hustles down the floor on the other end and gets a big-time basket. 23 to 16 is the score.
And you can't underestimate what she did to keep that run going. Millwood almost got off to a good start, but when Raquel Hunt saved it on that end, her activity, she just got it right back, put another layup. She's got 15 on the night.
15 points in the first half for Kylie Adair, who's having a monster game setting it up right now. So Coach Jackson talking to her team. The Falcons need to respond right now. They've been outscored 12 to 6 in this quarter. Now, there's still plenty of time in the game, so the Falcons have got to slow down the activity, but more importantly, you've got to be sound. If you miss the shot, you've got to hustle back and cut off Alva. They're attacking that first few seconds on the floor. If they can get that shot up, they're doing it. They're not wasting any time.
Right, wasting no time. They've got a lot of players that can do it. We've got a new one entering the game now. That's Madison Blocker, number 5.
All right, going back to work. Kalia Hines is now in the game. So Hines is in the game along with Raquel Hunt, Reagan Carey, Star Thomas Raudels, and Carrington Threat. Reagan Carey tries to go with the scoop shot. Shot's going to be blocked that time. Going to be blocked, and it still will be Falcon basketball. Going to work now. Reagan Carey's got to throw it in, and she's got to throw it in, and she got a 5-second call. Waited a little bit too late on that. She hesitated. Had Raquel Hunt there, but couldn't see the way to get the ball inbounded to her.
Right, because she's not the biggest player, and when you got 2 Gold Bugs standing right under the rim, you really don't want to inbound it right under the goal.
Falcons once again ready to trap at half court. 23-16 across the timeline now. Working the ball around. Ball up top. Ball on the right wing, down to the corner.
Falcons rotating, still in man-to-man defense.
Doing a good job. Raquel Hunt nearly knocked the ball loose. Now the ball's in the corner, wide open 3-point shot. Shot no good, rebound by Alva. Going downhill again. Adair turns, fires, knocks another one down. She's got 17 in the first half.
And Alva's really just exploiting all of Millwood's weaknesses right there. As soon as they had numbers, you get a bucket there.
So get that basket back by Kalia Hines. The Falcons needed that. 25-18, lead still down 7.
Alva's just taking advantage of everything Millwood's giving them. As soon as they had numbers, you get up a quick shot. When you have Blackledge down there at home, they can easily get the offensive rebound and kick it back out.
All right, working the ball around. Ball up top, wide open. 3-point shot from the top. Star Thomas pulls down the rebound. Here come the Falcons. 3-point shot by Blackledge was no good on that last possession. Kalia Hines breaking down the defense. Tried to hit him with the midi. Shot no good that time. Raquel Hunt takes a nasty spill right there. But Alva ends up with it. Adair backing it up and resetting. Adair going downhill. No one stopping, cutting her off, but she misses that shot. And there's going to be a foul on the play after the Falcons get the rebound. Foul's going to be called against Kylie Adair that time. Team foul number 3, 1:15 to go. So Courtney McCarroll comes in. Caden Williams returns. Reagan Carey comes out along with Raquel Hunt. So Madison Presley is also back in the game.
You got just under 1:10 left in this half. You can really close this quarter out strong, getting a couple buckets and a stop or two.
So Mariah, steady dribble. Looks for a screen by Riddell's. Riddell's rolling to the basket. Shot is going to be knocked out of her hands. For Star Thomas, had she had a little bit more of a grip on the ball, she could have taken that and still gone to the rack. But the ball knocked out of bounds, still Falcon basketball. McCarroll going to throw it in. Bounce pass into Madison Presley, and an easy inbound play basket that time.
Great execution. You see 2 Alva Gold Bugs taking all the attention from the inbounder. Their backs were just turned. Easy bucket there from Presley.
Falcons need a trade, a turnover, and it's going to be double dribble that time. Unforced error against the Gold Bugs that time. 25-20, 38.7 seconds to go. Falcons trying to dig into this lead a little bit more. Mariah Gadsden now has it. Across the timeline. Over to McCarroll. Over to Caden Williams. Caden swings it to McCarroll. McCarroll wide open. 3-point shot. Going to leave it short. Rebound pulled down by the Gold Bugs. 17 seconds. Let's see if they'd elect to play for one. Firing the ball down in the corner. In the lane. 3-point shot attempt. Side rim, no good. Rebound battling. It's going to be a jump ball situation, and it looks like it will be Falcon ball.
Great activity there by Caden Williams. Maintaining her position down low and making an attempt on the rebound.
So Kylie Adair rechecks back in the game after a brief breather. Jump ball situation now belongs to Alva. Throwing it over the top, 4 seconds on the clock. Over, Ohm turns, fires a 3, and knocks it down. I don't think she was really trying to hit that one, Jamin, but she turned and fired and knocked it down.
But that's great awareness at this level. You see a lot of players get a little frantic when the clock is winding down at the end of a quarter or the end of a half, but she did a nice job getting up that 3-point attempt. She's got 7.
She's got 7 of the first half. We'll break down the score and get you set for the SSM Health and, of course, attorney Jason Lowe halftime report that's coming up. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by SSM Health, First Security Bank, OCCC, Love Student of the Month, Bank First, and Super Prep. We'll be back on the other side. This is Millwood Falcon Playoff Basketball, brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe.
In the city, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, Register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.
Hello, I am attorney Jason Lowe, the attorney that will fight for you. Give us a call at 405-232-8500 for a free initial consultation and flexible payment plans. And remember, I will fight for you.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Student section wild, I'm locked, not the crowd. High school hoops, this our house. 14 banners, one more now. Third row French scream so loud. This my court, this my crowd. Baseline drive, don't back down. Cross, cross, spin, I on this ground. Buzzers talk when the lights come down. Down, 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 down. This our house, 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 house. This our house. Chalk, dust on my hands. Numbers on the board. JV in the stands. Dreaming about the floor. Trash talk in my ear. Scoreboard on my side. You can have the talk, I'm taking the time. High school hoops, this our house. 14 banners, one more now. Third row French scream so loud. This my court, this my crowd. Drive, don't back down, cross, cross, spin, I on this ground, buzzers talk when the lights come down, 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 down. This our house, 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 house. This our house, 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 house. Last shot, hold gym, hold breath, go still, one step, pull up, next snap, that's real, 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 this our house, 14 banners, one more now. Third row friends scream so loud. This my court, this my crowd. Baseline drive, don't back down. Cross, cross, spin, I on this ground. Buzzers talk when the lights come down. Down, 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 down. This our house, 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 house. This our house. Yet here you are, lacing up like it's Olympus.
Yeah. Whole school in the rafters. Bleachers feel like a chapel. I'm a rumor with a jersey on, walking headline human hassle. Cross dribbling like cursive, right fade in a single motion. Got him frozen at the free throw, turn the pain into an ocean. Spin, move, cyclone, you just traffic cones. I'm a lighthouse in the light show, you just crack iPhones. Coach praying on the whiteboard, drawing halos round my name. Scoreboard is my diary, every number's just a flame.
Who really want that tip off? Who really want that smoke? You guarded me with a wish, I'm answering like a joke.
I'm the myth in the hallway stories, I'm the ghost in the home team glory. When I jump, whole gym stop breathing, like the roof might crack from the ceiling. I don't play the game, I bend it, I don't chase
Welcome
the
back
blend it with sweat.
To the Millwood Halftime Report, brought to you by SSM Health and attorney Jason Lowe. Lowe Law Firm, if you're in a situation and need someone on your side, call attorney Jason Lowe. Get the legal help you deserve with a free initial consultation. Call the Lowe Law Firm, 405-232-8500. That's 405-232-8500. Attorney Jason Lowe, we will fight for you. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson on the call. Jamin, looking at the numbers in the first half, the Falcons were close with Alva in the first, 11-10. But then in the second, the Gold Bugs got going, 17-10, sparked by a 6-0 run and all the extra effort plays that the Falcons made. Alva was able to capitalize on it if the Falcons were not in position and did not make the right decision.
Right, they had plenty of second chance possessions, getting offensive rebounds, and they're a great inside team. They haven't forced a lot of outside shots, and you can tell that from their shooting splits so far.
Both teams with less than 5 turnovers each. Falcons with only 4, with 5, Alva with 4. But those points off the turnovers in a close game have really been a factor overall. Now, as it stands right now, the free throw line has been one of the bigger tales. If Alva had knocked down more free throws, 4 of 10 in the first half, this lead would be greater. But the Falcons knocking down 5 of 9, 56%, was just enough to take the sting off, although they are down 8. In the first half, the Falcons ended up shooting 7 of 21, 33%. Alva on the other side, 11 of 19, 58%. 2 of 5 from deep, 40%. The Falcons 1 of 6 shooting the 3, 17%. It's been rim unkind on a lot of the shots. The Falcons have broken down the defense, haven't got points to score, but on the other end, if you're not hustling back, they found the hands of Kylie Adair, who's just been sensational in the first half of the game. She's most of the time on the other end of the court getting an easy basket if number 35, Hadley Ohm, is not scoring the ball.
Right, and Hadley Ohm, she's got 7, but she really started to turn it up at the end, and she had the 3 to close out the first half. But other than that, Adair's had 17 points thus far, and she's been very active on both sides of the ball. So you've got to capitalize on the outside shot because they had a great chance of cutting down that lead at the end of the second quarter.
24 of their 28 points have been scored between Adair and Ohm. So that's rebounding. The Falcons have 11 rebounds. They have 12. Talking about assists, the Falcons have 5 assists. You know, you're talking about the Gold Bugs with 7. So that's what it is overall. And you start talking about what the Gold or Ladybugs, what they have in this particular case. That's something that you have to point out overall. Now, how do the Falcons get back in the game, Jamin?
The Falcons have to get back in the game by, number 1, finding more plays for star Thomas Rydell's, and even giving Caden Williams some more time and some more minutes. But other than that, just continue to move the basketball and be intentional with your passing. They did have some turnovers in the first half. I believe that was 5. So not very many, but something you can definitely tighten up on. And if you continue to chop wood, you can cut this lead where it's standing at 8 right now.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Start chopping the wood now. You don't have to win the game this quarter, but you've got to find a way to get some stops and make some of those shots more difficult for the Gold Bugs. And I still found it interesting because the team has the heart to do it. 2 like opponents have been, when you look at these teams, who have they played? Both of them played Dale and OCS this year. Alva's 1-1 in those games. The Falcons are 2-0. In fact, against Dale, the Falcons and Alva both played them 4 days apart. Alva lost that game by 9, where the Falcons won by 2 against Dale. So Dale is considered to be one of the benchmarks of the team as Reagan Carey loads and fires a 3 shot, no good, starting the second half for Reagan Carey.
It's a nice job by Mariah Gaston. Full gas into the paint, drawing defenders to open up that wide open 3 for Reagan Carey.
So going to work now. Alva inside. Star Thomas has her hand straight up. Turn and fire, and Ohms turns, kisses it off the glass and scores. Lead up to 10 right now against the Falcons.
Right, Ohms at 9. It's only so much you can do defending her.
Inside the lane, Star Thomas throws it back out to Mariah. Mariah drives in the lane, tries to go with the reverse, doesn't get enough arc on the shot. And it's going to be a jump ball situation, and it will be, and it looks like it's going to be Ladybug ball.
And I like the decision there from Gaston. That's just a tough shot when you're moving at full speed. You get to the other side of the goal. You really want to get a lot of that to bounce right off the corner of that square.
All right, going back to work. Working the ball around the perimeter now. Ball in the hands. Trying to find some space to operate. Blackledge gets it down to Ohm, who throws it to the corner. Adair, wide open, left wing shot, air ball. Draws no iron. Reagan Carey cannot contest, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Right, she was trying to recover and get the rebound, but had a defender right on her heels, and that just pushed her right out of bounds.
Reagan Carey thought she was pushed on the play. Had a little conversation with the official after that play. Ball in the hands, throwing it back out top. Reset. Woods now has it. Adair flares. Pass down inside, and this time Caden Williams is going to get called. Foul over the top. Coach Jackson doesn't like the call, neither does Caden Williams.
Right, that's a controversial call right there. That's some of the best defense we've seen from Caden Williams tonight.
Team foul number 1. Ball inside, and Star Thomas is going to get caught for contact as Ohms does another great job of banging, getting Star Thomas off balance.
And that was nice movement down low from Hadley Ohms. She just positioned herself so nice to where the entry pass was wide open as can be, and she almost moved Star Thomas Riddell's out of the paint.
So Ohms scored. Misses that free throw.
She's got 11.
Reagan Carey with the rebound. Down the lane, turn, fire. Caden Williams kiss off the glass and claps her hands together as she needed that one to get that feeling. Falcons down by 10, 6:18 to go. Ball knocked loose. And is it going to be a timeout called?
Yes,
Timeout called in the backcourt as Jeremy Jones calls, asking for time.
That was a great job. Caden Williams seeing that she could face her up. Nice confidence. That's a nice way to do it. Nice drive with the spin move and reverse lay. Beautiful execution.
Now, in Caden Williams, they need to get more of those to fall, and it's not, again, it's been the shots, it's not been bad shots the Falcons have taken in this game. They've had rim unkind in this matchup tonight, and there's been several times where the Falcons have not been able to get that shot to fall. But if they can get a few of them to fall and break the momentum of the Ladybugs, positive things can happen for the Falcons.
Absolutely, and their spacing has been a lot better here in the second half so far, and as you mentioned, finding those shots but just couldn't get them to fall. They're going to continue to find their poise here. Alva's going to get what they get, especially out of Hadley Ohm, but if you can neutralize anybody else, that's a great way to just continue to chop.
All right, Falcons remain in man-to-man defense right now. Or the Falcons going into a zone here. Looks like the Falcons have switched into a zone. Looks like it is a 2-3 zone to be exact. Working the ball around. Back up top, Mariah stepping out. Ball inside, trying to cut off Ohms on the inlet pass. Ball knocked out of bounds. Falcons are trying to make Hadley Ohm work a little bit harder.
I like the decision to go to the zone, though, because she's running into two defenders versus being manned up like she has been the whole game.
Adair lines up a three, can't get it to fall. That time, rebound, and it's going to get possessed that time by Alva.
Yeah, Blackledge just took it right out of Caden Williams' hands.
Three-pointer from the left wing, shot no good. Falcons can't track down another rebound.
Late rotations there, but that's 2 offensive rebounds.
Going back to work inside. Ohm, another three-pointer from the right, from the top. That time she missed that three-pointer. Madison Presley now has it. Falcons down by 15. Madison Presley pulls up free throw jumper, no good. Caden Williams is wiped out, looking for the foul call.
And Alva's got numbers here.
3-on-1 down the lane. Still can't get the basket to fall that time. Rebound pulled down by Mariah Gaston. Over to Caden Williams in the lane. Turn and fire. Score the basket for Caden Williams. Battling on the block, getting a big-time shot to fall when the Falcons need it most.
We talked about the confidence growing from Caden Williams. That was a nice dish by Mariah Gaston. Madison Presley getting the rebound, going full speed ahead.
So McCarroll comes out of the game. McCarroll is out, so now into the game you got Kalia Hines in the game as well now. So Caden Williams trying to get the extra value meal. She gets that. Shot that one with confidence that time.
Right, you're really starting to see the benefits from picking up the pace from this Millwood offense.
Caden Williams with a team-high 6 points tonight. She packed her game and brought it to Prague tonight. Going to work. Backing it up.
Millwood staying in the 2-3 zone.
Ferguson looks like the way it's set up is a 2-1-2, but really it's a 2-3. They're just stepping out trying to cover Ohm. She's now back on the box. Alva's been trying to work that ball down low all night long. Gonna cross court skip. Madison Presley gonna wrap up and end up fouling that time against Ferguson on the play. Or they're gonna call 3 seconds in the lane. Looks like that's exactly what the call is, 3 seconds in the lane.
Something going in Millwood's favor here.
33-25. Falcons looking to get some traction here. Tonight's game, Millwood playoff game, brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe. Lowe Law Firm. He will fight for you. Team foul number 2. 33-25, 3:04 to go.
See Millwood not having to rush right back down the court with that foul. They got a chance to finally get into some offense, trying to find some flow. Let's see what they do here on the inbound.
Madison Presley has it, swings it over to Mariah Gaston. Corey backs it up, drives down. No foul that time on McCarroll, driving into the lane. And now coming back across. Presley picking up Adair. She swings it back outside to Ferguson. Ferguson side to Ohm. Turn and fire, and that should be traveling. Nice job by Reagan Carey, never giving up on the play, getting into the shooting pocket of Woods, and that's where it is.
Right, much credit to star Thomas Riddell. She was playing strong, active defense there on Ohm, which kind of generated that turnover.
Falcons, again, getting good penetration, just not being able to get the shot to fall.
All right, and that's exactly what you want. That layup there by Gaston splitting the defense.
Ball in the hands of Presley. Presley, short corner jump shot, no good. Star Thomas battling, and they're going to end up calling traveling on the floor as Blackledge got it, but end up falling down that time. Falcons down 8. Both teams have scored 5 points apiece in this third frame.
Last time McCarroll did the inbound pass, they scored off of it immediately.
Inside. Reagan Carey misses the shot that time, that elbow shot.
And it seems like they're getting in the shots almost too quick. If they don't see a defender right in their face, they're putting it up. And that hasn't been too beneficial here in the past couple minutes.
2:09 to go. Falcons looking for some traction here. Need a stop. Blackledge, ball knocked out of bounds. Excuse me, that's not Blackledge, that was Woods with the ball. Ball knocked out of bounds. So now, Madison Presley comes out. Kalia Hines returns to the game. 3 points and 1 assist in the game for her. Across the timeline now. Ball up top. Ball knocked loose. Reagan Carey comes away with the steal. Reagan backs it up. Inside shot by McCarroll, no good. Rebound by Black, and the Falcons are battling. Jump ball situation, and it will be Alva ball. So fans didn't like that call, but they're reacting to what Star Thomas had her arms wrapped behind, but Courtney McCarroll had it wrapped in front. So Courtney McCarroll comes out of the game, Raquel Hunt comes in. So you got Mariah Gaston, Kalia Hines, Raquel Hunt, Reagan Carey, and Star Thomas Waddell's on the floor right now. 1:33 to go. Falcons down by 8, need a stop and a score. Trying to throw the ball ahead. Backhand to Blackledge, inside to Ohm. Ohm turns, fire, and a nice block! An incredible block by Star Thomas Waddell, and they're going to call traveling on the play against Raquel Hunt.
And Coach Jackson is telling them to slow down. That's one of the things they've had to manage to figure out on the offensive end, and right there.
All right, ball in the hands now. Ferguson. Ferguson being guarded by Hunt. Over to Blackledge. Blackledge inside. Tries to get it inside, cutting inside to Ferguson. Ferguson fires from the corner, three-point shot, and that three-point shot is true.
And Millwood a little late there on those rotations there, allowing Ferguson to get her first 3 of the game, her first points.
36-25, a quick shot on the other end by Mariah Gaston, and the ball's knocked away by Kalia Hines, coming away with the steal. Back in the hands of Mariah Gaston in the lane to start Thomas. Thomas takes a dribble, and it's going to be a jump ball situation, and it should be Millwood ball. So Raquel Hunt comes out. Courtney McCarroll returns. Kalia Hines is out, along with Madison Presley in. And that's what you start. That's one of those difficult situations where she brought the ball down. If she keeps it up high, she doesn't have nearly as much problems with the ball. 43.5 seconds to go.
Right, because where she's getting the pass, she's so close to the goal. You want her to one dribble max and get straight to the cup, but finding some difficulty there. And a lot of Alva goal bugs right there in the thick of it all.
Today's game is being brought to you by SSM Health, First Security Bank, OCCC, Love Student of the Month, Bank First, Super Prep, and Low Law Firm. Low Law Firm, if you're in a situation and need someone on your side, call attorney Jason Lowe. Get the legal help you deserve with a win and a free initial consultation. Call Jason Lowe, Low Law Firm, 405-232-8500. That's 405-232-8500. Attorney Jason Lowe, we will fight for you. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson on the call. And the interesting part about it is, no matter how crazy as it sounds, the Falcons are only down 9 because it has been a double-digit lead at times. But they've been able to keep Alva within striking distance, and with that last minute to go here, can they get a couple of quick baskets to make some points? Madison Presley, wide open, three-pointer from the top. Maddie knocks the first triple of the night. Maybe that'll get her going. She's got 5 on the night now, 36-28.
Right, and that's just what the doctor ordered. We both know what this Millwood defense can do here as they continue to press. Alva's really had the same players in it. If they continue this tenacious style of defense,
Madison
they can wear them
Presley
down.
knocked the ball loose, almost got away with it, and that time she's going to get called with a blocking foul. Presley a little aggressive on that one. So it's team foul number 2, or team foul number 4 against the Falcons. So it looks like Nettles is in the game. She's going to throw it into Ferguson. Ferguson being guarded by Presley. 15.4 seconds to go.
Millwood's back in man-to-man defense here.
Mariah Gaston covering Adair. Ball back in the hands of Blackledge. Down to the corner. Inside the lane to Nettles. Ferguson for another 3. Front rims that one as time expires. And that is the end of the third quarter, in which both teams scored 8 points apiece. We'll be ready to talk about the fourth in just a moment. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Playoff Basketball, brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe and the Lowe Law Firm. He will fight for you. We'll be right back. This is Millwood Basketball.
Hello, I am attorney Jason Lowe, the attorney that will fight for you. Give us a call at 405-232-8500 and flexible payment plans. And remember, I will fight for you.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
All right, time to get set for the fourth quarter. So, Jamin, the ultimate question is, the Falcons, with Madison Presley knocking down the 3, that ends the really nasty streak of not hitting a three-point shot. The Falcons had not missed 8 consecutive threes. They knocked one down. Now, if Madison Presley can get on a heater here, knocking down a few shots, they can kind of erase this advantage of 8 points that Alva has, but it's going to have to take some serious stops to make that happen right now.
Right, it's going to take all 5, making the right calls, making the right movements on offense. Even Courtney McCarroll, I mentioned how diverse she can be by drawing in defenders, finding shots for others, and creating her own too. If she can get a few more too, that would absolutely help cut this lead.
All right, going to work right now, driving the ball inside. Reagan Carey overzealous on that defensive possession, creating the foul there. 36-28. Falcons still down by 8. Alva to inbound now.
And one thing to note, the leading scorer, Kylie Adair, she ended the first half with 17, and she still got 17 now.
Backdoor cut inside, no one guard, and the ball's knocked out of bounds, and it will be Alva ball. That starred Thomas Rawdells with another block on the night. On the night itself, she's already racking up the blocks. She's got 3 on the night. Mariah Gaston covering. Ball inside the lane against Adair. Adair spin move to the basket, and Adair must have heard you, Jamin. She got going there.
She surely did. Leave it up to us to jinx it, but she's back in this game. She got 19.
38-28. Lead is at 10 right now. 7:21 to go. Ball in the hands of Mariah Gaston, who drives baseline, throws it back out to Madison Presley. Wide open three-point shot. And they're going to call a foul on the play. Offensive foul. Okay, that's against star Thomas Rawdells. She picked up the offensive foul there. So Reagan Carey out, Madison Presley out, Star Thomas was out. Caden Williams is back in, along with Kalia Hines, Courtney McCarroll, and Raquel Hunt on the floor right now. Ball in the back of the hands of Blackledge. Ball knocked out of her hands by Courtney McCarroll that time.
Second back in from Millwood, number 1, Reagan Carey, and number 11, Madison Presley.
So Raquel Hunt comes out. Kalia Hines comes out. Reagan Carey, Madison Presley back in. That was a very quick breather. Offensive foul on the other end called against Hadley Ohm that time. Hadley Ohm. So her second foul of the night, team foul number 1. The Falcons can get to the free throw line, Jamin. That's another way to stop the clock, but they've got to be aggressive driving inside. Don't settle for just that wide open three-point shot. As Reagan Carey lost her footing there. Wet spot on the floor. Courtney McCarroll looking, trying to get the ball. It's going to be taken away by Blackledge, who comes away with the steal. On the other end, Blackledge with the 2.
Alva 2-on-1 there. Courtney McCarroll trying to work the ball around the horizon. She runs right into Blackledge, forcing that turnover.
McCarroll gets up grimacing a little bit. I know that had to hurt that knee a little bit. So back to the game comes Raquel Hunt. So there is some moisture, right, especially around that three-point line where Reagan Carey slipped and fell earlier. The officials trying to help keep the floor clean a little bit. McCarroll grimacing with pain on the sideline over there. To work, here comes Mariah Gaston across the timeline now. Can Mariah, Madison Presley, and Madison Presley. Raquel Hunt trying to get it. It's going to be over and back. Bad pass that time led to that turnover.
Miscommunication there from the freshman. She's thinking Reagan Carey's going to stay on the perimeter, but she cut right inside. Raquel Hunt doing everything she can to save it.
So Kalia Hines comes in for Madison Presley. Ball in the hands now. Ball knocked loose. Reagan Carey comes away with the steal. Carey trying to go coast to coast, and she's going to be fouled on the play that time by Ferguson. Reagan Carey hit the ground hard.
Right, took a hard fall, but showing some fight there. That was a nice job securing that interception, taking it all the way down court, knowing it was one-on-one, knowing what the assignment is, stopping the clock mode and chopping wood at this free throw line as Alva's up by 12.
Falcons need a burst, 4 or 5 points, get this thing down. put the pressure a little bit on the Alva Ladybugs a little bit here. Reagan Carey fires the free throw, knocks it down. Reagan Carey now with 6 in the game. Caden Williams with 6 in the game. Reagan Carey sets, fires, shot. No good on that second free throw.
Stolen by Raquel Hunt. Nice job with the lay-in.
Raquel Hunt coming away with the steal that time and getting a basket of her own. A little quick burst. Gets the lead back down under double digits, down to 9. What a play by Raquel Hunt. The extra effort. The wily mindset to keep fighting. And Mariah Gaston knocks the ball loose. And then there's going to be a foul that time called against Kaylin Woods.
You talk about the extra effort. Raquel Hunt dapping up Mariah Gaston right now. They've both been empty in the gas tank here tonight, going after those loose balls, doing everything they can to keep the Falcons in this game.
So going to work right now. Ball in the hands. So Madison Presley gets it over to Reagan Carey. Over to Madison Presley, and then fighting over the screen. And that is going to be an offensive foul on the screen against Caden Williams, and that's going to do it for her. So Nettles comes in the game.
Also checking in for the Wood, number 20, Kalia Hines.
So, going to work right now. They get the ball over the top.
Nice job,
Trying to work the ball
Hines.
inside, turn and fire inside, and they're going to work. Kylie Adair scoring again in the interior.
Trying to do everything she can.
And I misspoke. Caden Williams does not have 5 fouls. Going to work. Ball in the hands of Reagan Carey. Up fake. Over. Raquel Hunt fires from deep. Shot no good that time by Hunt.
When you're that wide open, you almost want to take it. Just knocks right off the back rim.
Now working the ball around. Nettles gets it over to Blackledge. Up to Adair. Adair looking. Working the ball around now to Ferguson. Now in the hands. Back up top to Adair. To Nettles. Ferguson trying to get the ball inside to Ohms. Turns and fires. And Caden Williams just stood as Ohms gets the easy 2. 44-31, 4:42 to go.
Right, but she's in foul trouble. She didn't foul out, but she's not far away from it, Mo. So trying to make the smartest play you can.
Mariah Gaston show and go, but not able to score on that one for Mariah Gaston tonight. Back in the hands of Alva on the left wing.
There's a block there by Blackledge. She's found herself in the right position a lot of times here defensively during this game.
Caden Williams knocks the ball loose. Madison Presley set to return to the game for Raquel Hunt. So as that goes, Madison Presley back on the floor. Time for us to take a timeout. And we will be back in just a moment. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Playoff Basketball, brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe. Welcome back to Prague High School, home of course, the Red Devils is where we are tonight. And Alva leads the Falcons 44-31. The Falcons need to find a way to get some stops. Have not been able to find good shooting in the second half of this game. 4 of 15 in the second half of this game, Jamin. 1 of 4 from deep. That's 27% field goal shooting. 1 of 4 from deep, 25%. Very tough to try and overcome some of those tough shooting nights here. Ball knocked out of bounds by Caden Williams on the play.
Right, and one thing to take note of, you said 1 for 4 from the three-point line, right? So a lot of these shot attempts are from the inside, and they're getting some good looks, but Alva's playing steady defense, and Millwood just can't find the ball into the cup in this fourth quarter.
Now going to work right now, starting to work the ball around. Carrington Threat is now coming to the game right now. Threat guarding Adair. She's using her length. Adair gets around, stops, pops, shot is good. 46-31, lead up to 15 now. Falcons need stops. Turnover. Madison Presley's going to lose the ball.
Fast break for Adair. Reagan Carey catches up.
And on the
She
other
fouls
end,
her.
and she fouls on the point. Reagan Carey picked up her third foul of the night. Team foul number 4. One more that puts them in the bonus. But for right now, Adair back to the free throw line. Trying to add on to her nice scoring night. And she misses that one there.
She's got 23 points, Mo. Alva at 46. She's scored about half of their points.
And she knocks down that one. So with 24 points tonight from Kylie Adair. Across the timeline goes Mariah. The Falcons are going to have to pick up the pace, and find good shots to knock down. 3:40 to go. Ball to the right wing. Ball back up top. Swinging it over to the left, down to the corner.
Even Alva switched to this 2-3 zone. Something to note here.
Over to Carrington. Carrington thought about the 3, but the zone is preventing the Falcons from being able to get a decent launch pad. Now the Falcons got to move. Ball in the hands of Mariah Gaston, fires a 3, and she knocks down a triple. Falcons needed that, and that's her first basket of the game.
Nice shot there. Like we mentioned in that zone, she's got 2 defenders crashing down on her, but that doesn't deter her one bit at all.
Foul's going to be called that time. So that's on Courtney McCarroll. Well, Carrington Threat getting called for her first foul. But team foul number 5, sending Adair to the free throw line. 47-34.
Just over 3 minutes here. Courtney McCarroll is by the scorer's table, so it looks like her knee is fine, and she's coming into the game now for Carrington Threat.
So Courtney McCarroll back in the game. Knocking down the free throw by Adair. She now has 25 on the night. Make that 26 points for her. 49-34. Mariah trying to walk it up.
Save as much time as you can.
And then pick it up. Woods did not pressure her to try and make her pick up the dribble a little bit quicker. McCarroll. Ball in the hands of Reagan Carey. Reagan Carey kicks it down. Caden Williams into the lane. Shot and draws a foul. And Caden Williams is going to go to the free throw line shooting 2. So that is the 4th foul against Kylie Adair. So now, Caden Williams trying to get some more points on the board. And she knocks down the first one.
Right, in this situation here, in area right now in the playoffs, you got to find positives to take into tomorrow. And Caden Williams being more aggressive can be one thing.
Caden Williams knocks down, goes 2 of 2 at the free throw line. She's got a game or a Falcon team high 8 points. Ball turnover. Madison Presley ends up with the steal, and then a foul on the ground as Ferguson commits the foul and puts the Falcons in the bonus. Teams with 5 fouls apiece. Madison Presley at the free throw line. Presley has 5. Can she knock down a couple with the clock stopped? Shooter's roll coming from Madison Presley. She now has 6. Misses that second one. Rebound pulled down by Alva. Reagan Carey pressuring Blackledge. Throws it over to Ferguson. It gets it over to Adair. Mariah stepping out against her. Courtney McCarroll went for the steal that time. She's going to end up grabbing the arm of Kaylin Woods. That's McCarroll's first foul, but it is team foul number 6. So to the free throw line, shooting 2. Now goes Kaylin Woods. She back rims that first one. If you're an Alva fan watching this broadcast tonight, that's one of the few areas you got to be concerned about, is their ability to consistently knock free throws, at least tonight here. But if Alva has it their way, they won't be coming back tomorrow.
Right, still got some time left here.
Courtney McCarroll almost loses the ball. Bounce pass inside to Katie Williams, and she's going to get fouled by Hadley Ohm.
It's a nice find inside. Alva up by 13. Just under 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. And like we mentioned in bonus, so Millwood could really benefit by continuing to knock down free throws.
Especially with that clock stopped. Caden Williams knocks down another one. So Madison Presley out, Kalia Hines in. So Kalia Hines is in. Courtney McCarroll is now out of the game as well, along with Raquel Hunt into the game. And that time, Caden Williams wasn't able to get that one. The ball goes out of bounds. Reagan tried to save it, wasn't able to corral it. Falcons down by 12. Trap in the backcourt. Ball knocked loose. Raquel Hunt ends up with it. Goes to the basket, can't score. Mariah Gaston gets it, and then she's going to be fouled going back to the free throw line. And what you want is free throw touches while the clock is stopped. But the key is you must knock them down at this point.
Right, and you see Millwood is back to that full court press there, finding dividends. If you could really stop them from getting across half court, that would really help in trying to continue to get to this free throw line and chop down the lead. Alva up by 12.
All right, so that foul was huge because it does knock Kylie Adair out of the game. And Mariah misses the free throw.
Adair leaves the game with 26 points. Fantastic night for her.
Falcons down 12, but that free throw line has been devastating to them tonight. 11 of 19, 58%.
Right, and getting to where you want to go, I mean, even for both teams, that's going to be something you have to overcome if you want to continue to advance.
Ball knocked out of bounds, and it will be Falcon basketball as Madison Presley returns back in the game for Raquel Hunt. Yeah, you're talking about both teams struggling from the free throw line, but you can get away with that if you're Alva when you're up 12. You know, in the quarter, the game, trying to get the pass inside. Raquel Hunt going to get called with that turnover there on that bad pass.
All right, tried to catch Ohm sleeping. Hands are almost like magnetic to the ball.
Blackledge being guarded by Carey. Gets the ball back over, this time to Woods. Ferguson. And looks like they're going to call a foul against Madison Presley. With 1:28 to go now. So that's going to put, once again, Ferguson back at the free throw line. Ferguson has 3 points on the night, but that 3 really was in one of the most important stretches of the game for Alva. Gave them the boost to go ahead and extend the lead, and Alva really hasn't looked back since that point.
Yep, not one bit at all. Millwood has made some advances, but just not enough offensively to cut down this lead how they desire.
Shot is up and good that time. 51-38, 1:28 to go. This time Nettles gets in the backcourt. The pressure Mariah to put the ball on the floor to get that clock rolling. Caden Williams turns inside, and they're going to catch Ohms with contact. Caden Williams back to the free throw line. 1:18 to go. That is her third foul of the night. Steady dribble by Caden Williams, in and out on that free throw. Talia Hines comes back in the game for Raquel Hunt. Caden goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. She becomes the only Falcon with double-digit scoring tonight. Reagan Carey with a great steal, and Ferguson's going to come away with the foul there.
Fouled immediately.
So now Reagan Carey going to the free throw line.
Ferguson catches the foul for Alva.
Falcons could get it down
Foul called on Ferguson.
to a 10-point game. But missing those free throws is not going to make that process easy, Jamin.
That's not making it easy at all. And it's almost sad to see with how much production they've had defensively, how many turnovers they forced from Alva, and how many stops they've made.
Reagan Carey goes 1 of 2 at the line. She now has 7 points. Ferguson. And in the backcourt, now Caden Williams reaches in. And will draw the foul. So Caden Williams is out of the game. So star Thomas Raudells is back in the game. So Raudells is back. Shooting free throws, Kaylin Woods. Extends the lead back to 12. So with a minute 10 to go, let's just start talking about, based upon what we've seen in this game, as she's knocked down and goes 2 of 2 at the free throw line. The lead is 13 with 1:10 to go. Reagan Carey in the lane, shot off the glass and scores with a nice dive down. Nice assist by Mariah Gaston. Reagan Carey now has 9 in the contest.
Just under a minute, 11-point lead.
Ball deflected, and then Madison Presley going to tie the ball up. Jump ball situation, and it will be Millwood ball. Good job by Millwood, still hustling.
Right, you love to see the perseverance, knowing everything at stake and knowing tomorrow you got one last shot. So you definitely want to empty the tank here.
11-point advantage as Mariah Gaston with the blow-by to the cup, and she scores. And the lead is down to 9. 43.9 seconds to go. So what's at stake? 60-second timeout. We'll talk about it on the other side of this break. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Attorney Jason Lowe of Lowe Law Firm. He will fight for you. We'll be right back.
Hello, I am Attorney Jason Lowe, the attorney that will fight for you. Give us a call at 405-232-8500 for a free initial consultation and flexible payment plans. And remember, I will fight for you.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
All right, we're back. 43.9 seconds to go. Alva trying to inbound. The Falcons need a steal and a basket. And if they're going to foul, they got to foul as soon as they get across the timeline now. And they trap. And it looks like it's a jump ball situation. And it will be Alva ball. Kind of surprised. But she did hold the ball up, Jamin, creating the situation. 35 seconds to go. Falcons need to try and steal on the inbounds play. Gets it into Ferguson.
Right, time is ticking.
And is it going to be a foul or a jump ball? Jump ball situation, it's Falcon basketball. Ferguson held the ball and is going to give the Falcons another opportunity.
Right, it was fortunate the first time, but the second time, unfortunate, giving Millwood more time to strike. Down by 9.
So going across the mark here. Pass to the corner. Wide open three-point shot by Kalia Hines. No good that time. Ball rolls around and it's going to be out of bounds, and it will be Alva ball.
Thought the ball was going to be off a black ledge, but it's going the gold bug way.
Now you're going to have to foul as soon as it gets across half court. And that time, a foul's going to be called against Kalia Hines this time with 15.2 seconds to go. Kalia Hines picks her first foul. But to the free throw line now goes Kaylin Woods. I'm sorry, that is not Kaylin Woods. That is Miley Nettles. Nettles knocks down the first free throw. 54-44, 10-point advantage again. And the second one is true.
That's 6 for Nettles.
55-44, the lead is up to 11. So it's a full timeout. We'll take another one right here as well. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Playoff Basketball, brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe. Lowe Law Firm. He will fight for you.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Back to live action. Mariah Gasson gets it across the timeline. Falcons need a basket, and Mariah goes coast to coast. Shot no good that time. And Alva gets the rebound. Falcons still battling. And it's going to be a jump ball situation, and it will be Alva ball. So 2.8 seconds to go. And that's the final seconds tick away. The Alva Gold Bugs defeat the Millwood Falcons 55-44. The Alva Gold, or Ladybugs in this case, have punched their ticket and will advance to the state tournament that will start next week. Now, it's not over for the Falcons. The Falcons now will have to come back to Prague tomorrow night. Game will start at 6 o'clock as they will have to take on Bethel. That will be the opponent they have to work on. Now, here's the fact. If you're the Falcons, should you be a little frustrated? Not at the way you played, but the shots just didn't fall tonight. The shots, opportunities were there. They just didn't get the opportunities, those shots to fall overall.
Right, and sometimes that's just how the game goes, and you hear the cheering from the Alva Goldbuck side, but yeah, that's just how the game goes sometimes. You get those looks, but you just got to focus on tomorrow and finding a way to get them to go your way, because this is your last shot at extending your season. It's the last loss you can bear if you want to chase that gold ball.
The Falcons in the fourth quarter was the only time they actually got over 16 points in the game in terms of scoring in the frame. They did 10, 10, 8, and 16. So when it's all said and done, it was just a tough shooting night for the Falcons. that shot in this game. 14 of 41, 34%. 14 of 41, 34%. 3 of 12 from deep, 25%. And it's hard to beat a team that's shooting 19 of 34, 56%. Although Alva did not shoot the three-pointer very well, 27, but they ended up out-rebounding the Falcons by 21 to 15 in the game. In terms of the turnovers, both teams had 9 turnovers each. So really it just came down to who made shots. Alva made shots. Congratulations to Jeremy Jones and the Ladybugs as they will be returning to state. The Falcons have a chance to get back to state tomorrow in their own right. But they're going to have to do it and play a better brand of basketball than they did today. The other number that stands out to me was the free throw line, 13 to 24, 54%. Now, knocking more of those down, you don't win that game, but you do have a better sense of what's going on.
Right, I'm sure they'll clean that up though, but much congratulations is due for the Alva Goldbugs. Kylie Adair, the high flyer with 26 points, followed by Hadley Ohm, she had 13. Miley Nettles, she did the most with her minutes. She had 8 in limited minutes, and then you also had Asia Blackledge and Kaylin Woods pouring in too.
All right, for the Falcons tonight. Kaden Williams was the high flyer on the night, 10 points. She is the super prep player of the game with 10 points tonight. She ended up fouling out the game, 1 block and 1 steal in the contest. Reagan Carey, 9 points, 2 rebounds and 2 steals tonight. Raquel Hunt, 2 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound in the game. Madison Presley, 6 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds tonight. And unfortunately for her, she had that ugly number of 4 turnovers tonight. Mariah Gaston, 5 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds in the game itself. Kalia Hines, 3 points. Let's go ahead and thank all our sponsors for tonight.
Oh, look at my brother like.
Let's go ahead and thank all our sponsors for tonight.
Oh, look at my brother like ready, let's go. 1 stop, 1 cut, 1 shot, 1 screen. Turn that pressure into gasoline. Run it up, OKC. Whole squad locked in, that's family. From the baseline out to the nosebleeds, they gon' feel this heat, they gon' feel this team. Run it up, don't break. 4th quarter, hearts on the rim, we shake. From the east side house to the west side streets. OKC high school, we the ones to beat. Run it up, OKC. Hands up if you ride for the home game. Hands up if you live for the close game. Hands up if you ready for the whole stage. OKC. Yeah, we don't play. Okay. Run it up, OKC. Whole squad locked in, that's family. From the baseline out to the nosebleeds, they gon' feel this heat, they gon' feel this team. Run it up, don't break. 4th quarter, hearts on the rim, we shake. From the east side house to the west side streets. OKC high school, we the ones to beat. Run it up, yeah.
Yeah, I was lacing up dreams in a hand-me-down locker. Dust on the banners, name on the roster. Court like a courtroom, lines like law, cross-examine ankles, make them testify raw. Gym lights buzzing like a bad memory. I turn hardwood floors to a live obituary. Cause every defender a ghost on a string. I pull once, crowd jump, let the backboard sing. Yeah, the rumor in the rafters, they breathe my name. Every step, chalk lines on the floor of fame. Best in the school, best in the state, that's facts. If the game is a test, I'm the answer on the scratch. I'm the whisper in the hallway, you can't guard that. Turn a fast break lane to a one-way trap.
Best in the school, best in your head, that's me. If the court is a church, I'm the MVP.
I'm across cross over sermon, ain't gon' say amen. Make a whole crowd stand like the anthem again. Handles like homework, I'm done by 8. You still stuck on the first line, late to the gate. I'm a buzzer beat poem, every line hits net. My shot form sharp like a silhouette. Defense reach once, that's a field trip slip. I send them on vacation with a half spin flip. Who's that?
Who's that in your way? He's the shadow on your plate.
I'm the echo in the gym when the hallways sleep.
You the echo in the gym when the hallways sleep.
I'm the chill in your chest when I slash too deep.
You the chill in my chest when you cut too deep.
I'm the name on the board they can't erase.
You the name on the board they can't erase.
Every box score line like a court case trace.
Every box score line like a court case trace.
I'm the rumor in the rafters, they breathe my name. Every step chalk lines on the floor of fame. Best in the school, best in the state, that's facts. If the game is a test, I'm the answer on the scratch. I'm the whisper in the hallway, you can't guard that. Turn a fast break lane to a one-way track.
Best in the school, best in head, that's me. If the court is a church, I'm the MVP. Best in the school, best in head, that's me. If the court is a church, I'm the MVP. They watching you.
Hello, I am attorney Jason Lowe, the attorney that will fight for you. Give us a call at 405-232-8500 for a free initial consultation and flexible payment plans. And remember, I will fight for you.
Welcome to our second game of the area playoffs in Bracket 1. It's Class 3A number 5 Crooked Oak Roughnecks versus Class 3A number 1, the Millwood Mighty Falcons. Welcome to Millwood Basketball, brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe and Lowe Law Firm. He will fight for you. The Falcons played with an extra level of playoff intensity as they beat Cassidy 83-85, extending their win streak to 16 games. Standing with the record of 23-2 on the season, the Falcons do not care about this streak. They don't care about eye-popping numbers. They care about going 1-0 every time they hit the floor. It does not matter who the opponent is. It doesn't matter where the game is. They're looking to get better and be the best version of themselves, and they will be ready to unload it here tonight. The Falcons tonight are taking a team that they know all too well, Crooked Oak. This team can play. They are 22-6 on the season. Last week for regional championship, they beat Class 3A number 12 Community Christian 44-30. Put an asterisk there. We'll come back to Community Christian in a moment. The Falcons knocked them out of the state tournament last year, meaning Crooked Oak. This is a chance for them to set the Falcons back and make a huge statement while punching their ticket to state. So nothing beats off playoff basketball. Are you ready? Let's set, let's go. Had a moment to talk to Coach Dorian Williams, and this was his thoughts about getting ready for tonight's contest. Pre-game talking with Millwood boys basketball coach Dorian Williams. Coach, what was practice like getting ready for this game today?
It's always a challenge, right? When you're trying to accomplish something big, you got to practice hard. There's certain practice habits you got to have. So I'm excited to see what happens.
You guys are playing Crooked Oak. What do your team need to focus on to try to take away from them tonight?
Defense, always going to be defense. I think that's the most important part to our program is the defensive side of the basketball game. And we understand that's our identity. And for us to put ourselves in chance to win, that's what we got to do.
Coach, on the last game, you kind of shortened up your rotation and then went with some flavor in the second half of the game. Is that something that you're planning on doing tonight, or is it just go by how you feel, how the game is playing?
Just playing game, man. We down one tonight. Our leader is out tonight. So, we'll see who pick it up and who go, what will it look like from there. But we'll see, man. It's just the flow of the game and how the game goes.
All right, so you heard it there from Coach Dorian Williams, of course, about how they're going to have to pick it up tonight. Well, who are they going to have to pick up? They're saying, well, who are you down? You're down Isaiah Wilkes. And anytime that you talk about Isaiah Wilkes, he is the guy who believes truly in letting the game come to him. He's the ultimate, if I want to call a high schooler professional, when it comes to his basketball game. He will get his when he needs to get his. He will motivate his teammates when he needs to motivate his teammates. He's just an all-around gifted basketball player, and without him tonight, it's going to be a factor. Jamin Dawson, Maurice Prince here. It's time for the starting lineups, and let's get those confirmed, and we'll talk more.
Championship. Starting lineup for the Millwood Falcons. Senior wearing number 0, Bryce Brown. Senior wearing number 3, Amari Bennett. Senior wearing number 5, Chris Clay. Junior wearing 2-1, Harriet Rector. And senior wearing 2-3, Jonathan Van Braun Jr. Cricket Oak makes some noise. Senior wearing number 0, Pablo Junior wearing number 5, Kenneth D. Lee. Senior wearing number 10, Tristan Deloney. Senior wearing number 11, Jordan Martinez. And sophomore wearing 2-4, Taylor Dixon.
All right, Jamin, go ahead and confirm the starting lineups for Crooked Oak for me.
Starting lineup is number 0, Pablo Williams, followed by number 5, Lee, number 10, Preston Deloney, number 11, Martinez, and number 24, Dixon.
All right, and for the Falcons tonight, the starters, of course, when you're without a leader, you go to another leader, and then you go to Bryce Brown. Bryce Brown is the ultimate guy. He can start for any school that he plays for, that he would go to. But for Millwood, he ends up coming off the bench. This is a chance to show his leadership skills. He's a guy who's a difference maker, who plays with a lot of heart. Look for him tonight to let the game come to him, because he knows he's got players all around him that can make plays. And that's something that you want to see happen. So Javier going to jump it up center against number 0, Williams, on the floor. Amari Barrett gets it, and the Falcons go immediately to the glass. The ball's going to be knocked out of the hands, and Barrett's going to be called for the turnover. So going to work right now. Ball in the hands. Down to the corner to number 5, who's trying to find some space to move around. That's Lee. Then you've got Dixon with the ball, being guarded by Barrett.
Coach Williams talked about it's going to start with the defense. That's tough man-to-man defense, generating a turnover.
And Javier going to go top shelf. Shot is going to be deflected out of his hand. He's going to miss that one there for the 2.
Hard fall there on the hardwood. Moving fast. That's the pace of this Millwood defense, but it turns into easy offense.
Martinez now has it. Ball back in the hands now of Williams. And then the ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. So it will be Crooked Oak ball. So Williams going to throw it in now. Williams gets it over to Lee. Lee being harassed by Javier. Working the ball back in the hands of Martinez. Bryce Brown covering. Ball back to Deloney. He loses it nearly. Javier goes to the floor to get it. Jump ball situation. And it will be, is it going to be a foul or going to jump ball situation? We're going to say a jump ball situation. It will be Crooked Oak ball.
All right, he's trying to go in between his legs. That's the same thing from Pablo Williams. As soon as they feel the pressure, try to hit the crossover, but that was unsuccessful there. Almost turned over.
Okay, ball back in the hands of Dixon. Barrett now guarding. Williams has it. 0-0 score, 6:52 to go. Steady dribble. Ball on the right wing. Barrett stepping out. Chris Clay now has it. Ball thrown. Martinez going deep in the corner to retrieve it.
Tough
Bryce
pass to
Brown
recover
covering.
from.
Ball inside. Going to swing it back out. Martinez with a deep three-point shot. A rainbow triple. Falls for Martinez.
Starting to see some outside shot ability. He knocked that down with the pressure on him.
Chris Clay over to Barrett. Barrett inside. And then Barrett drives the rim. Contact. So it will be going to the free throw line. Nice job by attacking the rim there by the Falcons. So they're going to say a foul on the floor. Falcons going to inbound it under their own goal. Inbound play to Barrett. Barrett swings. Javier sets, fires. Back rim shot, no good. Bryce Brown with it, up fake in the lane. And they're going to end up calling an up fake and a foul on the floor. Looks like team foul. Looks like that foul's going to be called against Dixon there. Team foul number 2 called against Crooked Oak right now. So Van Buren going to throw it in. Gets it into Chris Clay. Falcons reset. Over to Bryce Brown. Brown looking for space. Dixon covering him.
Much bigger defender. Crooked Oak sitting in the man-on-man defense.
Clay over to Van Buren. Van Buren over to Brown. Brown thought about the three. Fires the three. Shot no good. Chris Clay with the rebound. Put back opportunity no good. They still getting rebounds. Falcons with 3 offensive rebounds on the play to get 2 on the board.
Right, and that's just a testament to the hustle that this team plays with. Down by 1, scores 3-2.
A nice job on the play as they keep battling inside to get that shot to eventually fall.
Chris Clay going for the cookies, and he comes up with the turnover.
Nice job by Chris Clay coming away with the steal on the play. Going to press it over to Brown. Brown goes top shelf, trying to get it to Van Buren. And the ball goes out of bounds. Bryce Brown goes diving.
Right, 2-on-2 situation. That was a nice job. Javier Richards staying behind the defense, and Bryce Brown drawing the 2 defenders for the lob. Just couldn't get the dunk to fall.
All right, so the Falcons will maintain the same team on the floor. However, Crooked Oak brings in Dorsey onto the floor right now. Ball back in the hands, dribbling with Delani. Delani being guarded by Javier. Man-to-man defense being played by the Falcons. Delani tries to go downhill. Goes in the lane with the runner. Shot no good that time. Rebound goes Barrett. Barrett kicks to the corner. Chris Clay looking for 3. Shot no good. Ball trickles around somehow, some way. Ends back up in the hands of Amari Barrett.
Multiple offensive rebounds in these first few possessions. That's a positive to take from it, but Millwood still trying to find its flow offensively.
Ball in the hands of Javier. Over to Chris Clay. Bounce pass inside to Van Buren. Van Buren bangs, turns, fires. No good, but somehow coming out of nowhere goes Amari Barrett, who comes in with the tip in.
Doing what he does best. He's always in the right place at the right time. That's great awareness there coming in for the putback.
If you're looking, there's a phrase that used to be said, Johnny on the spot. There's also a guy with high basketball IQ who always needs to be where the ball needs to be, and they're going to call a foul as that was driving to the basket that time. As Delani was driving to the basket, looks like they're going to catch Van Buren with the foul there. Team foul number 1. Falcons up by 1, 4:14 to go. Winner tonight. The winner tonight will punch their ticket for the state tournament. That shot does not fall that time by Delani. Misses that first free throw. So now Tariq Kaba has come in the game now for Bryce Brown. Delani misses the free throw, rebound by Barrett. Jonathan Van Buren in the lane, dribbles into traffic, he loses it. Ball knocked loose, Dixon comes away with the steal.
Roughnecks were swarming him there, and they trying to recover the ball. Pablo Williams throws it right to Amari Barrett, another turnover.
Inside to Van Buren, who gets the kiss off the glass, and a score and a give and go from Amari Barrett to Van Buren. And the Falcons up 6-3, 3:53 to go in the first.
All right, Sharon is carrying there. That's good ball movement here by Millwood early.
Sharing is caring indeed. So as it stands right now, I want to make sure we thank all our sponsors for tonight's contest. SSM Health, First Security Bank, OCCC, Love Student of the Month, Bank First, and Super Prep. Of course, the title sponsor of tonight's broadcast is Lowe Law Firm. If you're in a situation and need someone on your side, call attorney Jason Lowe. Get the legal help you deserve with a free initial consultation. Call the Lowe Law Firm, 405-232-8500. That's 405-232-8500. Attorney Jason Lowe, we will fight for you. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson on the call right now. The Falcons are adjusting, Jamin, when you're without an Isaiah Wilkes, who's a key cog of keeping everybody, knowing where everybody needs to be, and a tremendous understanding of the offense and what is necessary. Steal on the play. Nice job by Kaba, who drives to the basket and score it for him off the Javier and Kaba trap. That was taking place right there in front of the scorer's table.
Right, nice job. The defense is really starting to find their flow. Pablo Williams there just in a tough situation, but that was a nice job getting a quick step by Kaba.
So as it stands right now, Kaba trying to get the extra value meal. Why is that? He already has fries and a burger. Does not get that one to fall that time. Kaba missed the free throw rebound, pulled down by Crooked Oak. Ball back in the hands of Dixon.
We know the kind of immense pressure this Millwood defense can have on you. A lot of errant passes here. That's another turnover. Chris Clay recovers the ball.
Thrown to the corner. And the flamethrower, Harlem Fleming, drives inside. He's going to be fouled on the floor. They're going to call that foul against Williams that time. Team foul number 4, if I'm not mistaken. So Fleming is now in the game, as Javier took a breather as well. So Chris Clay looking for a spark, gets it inside, ball going to be deflected out. Now, everyone kind of already knows about the Falcon inbound play, and it looks like it's a foul being called against number 10, Delani, which is going to send Amari Barrett to the free throw line, as that's team foul number 5 called on the inbounds play.
Yeah, but knowing what's coming is only half of the battle. It's can you stop it? And even though they didn't score right there, Amari Barrett to the free throw line, knocking down one.
Barrett, and here's the thing. Isaiah Wilkes is a true 20-point any night scorer. But here's the fact. The way this team plays, the way this team has the great chemistry that they have. 3-point shot from the corner. And it looks like it's going to be, is it offensive foul, or are they going to say it stepped out of bounds?
Yeah.
Looks like he stepped out of bounds.
Roberson trying to set up for that 3.
But what I was going to say here is there are multiple players on this team that could be 20-point scorers any night. As Van Buren with the short corner shot is no good that time. Rebound by Crooked Oak. Barrett being guarded by Martinez, and that one he drove into the lane. And a little bit of contact there, and it looks like we're going to get an intentional foul there.
Frustration there from Martinez. Barrett just picked him up 94 feet. As soon as he got to the basket, he hit the hardwood.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened there. And for those who are watching, as it wasn't during the play itself. So it's going to be an offensive foul. And I'm trying to see if they're going to call anything else after that. So let's see exactly what's going on here. So they are calling a technical foul of some kind on the floor here. And it looks like Harlem Fleming's going to shoot the free throw here. And to be honest with you, it wasn't on the foul itself. It was getting up off the ground when the players were separating themselves when it took place.
Right, and I've got to say it's warranted. We know the stakes are high, but you've got to be able to keep your composure there. And Martinez gets a quick check, and hopefully that subsides throughout the course of this game.
Fleming misses the first free throw. He gets another one here. Conversation with Coach Williams for Crooked Oak. And right now, Martinez is going to come out of the game for a breather, as Fleming goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. But the Falcons will get the ball back again. Clay, Fleming, Kaba, Van Buren, and Barrett on the floor right now. Falcons up by 7. Kaba across the timeline now. Gets it over to Van Buren. Van Buren thought about going inside, turned, fire in the lane, shot no good. Kaba back tapped it, and the ball goes out of bounds, but it will be Falcon ball.
And these aren't abnormal looks here for Jonathan Van Buren. He can really play inside out, but trying to find a shot inside before it expands, and just hasn't really found one to fall yet. Javier Richards comes in for Van Buren. Javier, excuse me.
So Javier comes back in the game. Chris Clay going to throw it in. Ball inside, and pass nearly goes out of bounds. Barrett retrieves it in the lane. Barrett with a nice scoop move. Shot no good that time by Barrett. Rebound pulled down by Crooked Oak. Barrett now covering Delani. Back in the hands of Dixon. Fleming stepping out against him. 2:20 to go in the first. Falcons up by 7 in this game. In the lane with the Euro step. Contact going to the lane. He looks like he's going to shoot 2 on this one. And the foul's going to be against Harlem Fleming that time. So as it stands right now, Dixon at the free throw line. Dixon trying to be the next Crooked Oak player to get into the scoring column. Missing of the free throw there. He gets one more. Martinez, who had to take a seat after the offensive foul and the technical foul. Dixon gets a basket to fall, but that has been, for a majority of the quarter, the only points Crooked Oak has been able to generate thus far against the Falcon defense. Ball back in the hands of Fleming. Down low to Barrett. Barrett on the box. Turns underneath. Goes up and under Dorsey and scores.
Fancy move there from Barrett. We know his footwork is elite down there in the post. That was a nice job exploiting the defender.
Delani shoots a 3, misses it. Barrett with another rebound. Barrett gets it over to Chris Clay. Clay has a bucket in the game. Now Chris Clay dives to the basket and scores.
Tough lay. He almost elected to pass it. Almost lost his dribble, but he kept it, went straight up. That's a tough 2.
14-4 is the score now. Falcons on a little bit of a run now. Falcons scored 6 on a 6-2 run right now. Ball back in the hands now of Rollerson. Rollerson down the lane. Kiss off the glass, shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Javier. Over to Clay, to the corner. 3-point shot by Fleming. No good. Rebound by Barrett. Back to the corner to Reed Kaba for 3. And Kaba laces up the triple.
Right, keeping the possession alive. Amari Barrett getting the offensive rebound.
Timeout.
Wide open for 3.
Timeout called on the floor by Williams. 17-4 is the score. 54-1. 17-4. 54 seconds to go before the end of one, I should say. Tonight's game, of course, being brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe and Lowe Law Firm. He will fight for you. Maurice Prince, Jamin Dawson. Jamin, the initial surge from every team when they play the Falcons, they come out ready to swing. They come out with relentless energy. And once the Falcons get past that wave, it starts to change, but it's always done on the defensive side of the floor. This team does not care about who I have to guard, what I have to do. They come through and try their best to make things happen.
Right, they've only sent one roughneck to the free throw line, just great defense, staying in front of them all. And it's just, they're having trouble finding flow. Martinez, like you said, they try to punch early. He hit that early 3, but other than that, they've only had one free throw knocked down from Dixon, and they're just finding their stride.
Now, as the Falcons come on the floor now, there's substitution on the floor. It looks like Javier's on the floor along with Barrett, but it looks like Chris Clay's going to come out for a breather. And as he comes out, they're bringing in Nate Jones Jr. And this is a guy who has, when given an opportunity, has made every opportunity count. He does not wait for those chances to come. And he likes to attack the rim. He likes to explode. Let's see what kind of impact he has on this game, as he will be another bright spot for the Millwood Falcon team overall tonight. Again, without their floor leader, Isaiah Wilkes, but the Falcons are looking to go ahead and take care of business.
Right, and I like to see the length that Coach Williams has out on the floor right now. You got to find different surges of energy and different guys when you got a 20-point per game scorer out of the game.
Delani now has it. Bounce pass over. Tariq Kaba comes away with the kick. 44.5 seconds to go. Ball in the hands of Delani now. Falcons still in a, now have switched to a zone defense right now. Looks like it's a 1-2-2. Delani shoots over the top. Shot no good that time from three. On the other way, Kaba gets it down, and Javier explodes and drops the biscuit in the basket. Throw to the corner. Pass deflected. Going to swing it back out. Pass too fast, too far out for Dixon to recover. Turnover, 19-4.
All right, great execution there, switching to that zone. The rebound falls right into Kaba's lap, dishes it over to Barrett, and finds the easy dunk for Javier.
The Falcons on a 12-2 run, trying to crack this thing wide open. 11.4 seconds to go. Chris Clay has now come back and returned to the game. Van Buren is also on the floor right now. Inside goes Barrett, top shelf, and scores. Nice job by the Falcons as time expires. Amari Barrett getting the basket. He's got 7 in the quarter. Time for us to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Playoff Basketball, brought to you by attorney Jason Lowe and Lowe Law Firm. He will fight for you. We'll be right back.
Hello, I am attorney Jason Lowe, the attorney that will fight for you. Give us a call at 405-232-8500 for a free initial consultation and flexible payment plans. And remember, I will fight for you.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Welcome back to Prague High School, home of the Red Devils. And right now, the Falcons have honed in and are looking to expand the lead against Crooked Oak. The Falcons shot 9 of 18, 50%, 1 of 3 from deep, 33%, all the time with three steals. Crooked Oak in the game itself right now, 1 of 6 shooting, 17%, 1 of 4 from deep, 25%. And that's how they got to their 4 points. On the floor for the Falcons, you've got Van Buren, Kaba, Nate Jones Jr.
It's a nice deflection there by Dorsey.
Amari Barrett on the floor right now, along with Javier. So Van Buren set to throw it in, 7:48 to go. Rolling to the basket, he's gonna have to throw it in up top. Javier goes up top to get it. Ball back in the hands of Van Buren. Van Buren pulls up. Elbow jump shot, no good that time for Van Buren.
Still hadn't found his shot to fall yet.
Rebound back in the hands now of Rollerson. Over to Dixon, back to Rollerson. Rollerson with a deep three-point shot, and that basket falls for Crooked Oak off the assist. Rollerson.
First bucket there by Rollerson. They have to find something to stop the bleeding.
Inside, going to work right now. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds as Nate Jones Jr. was trying to make a move on the interior. Ball's going to be deflected out of bounds that time. 21-7, 7:14 to go in the first half of this game. Amari Barrett gets it into Cabo, over to Javier. Javier over to Amari Barrett, who thought about the three. And they're going to end up calling a foul that time against Lee. So Lee getting called with the foul, first team foul of the second. It looks like Barrett's going back to the free throw line. Barrett with a game-high 7 points in the first half of this one, 7:06 to go. So the officials are talking about it, whether it's they're going to say it's going to be baseline. Barrett wants the three. Barrett wanted to go to the free throw line.
He's trying to add this collection, Mo.
So Van Buren now. Bounce pass inside to Barrett. Barrett touches it in and muscles that one in. Barrett, a man with a mission tonight, gets that one off the Van Buren assist.
Yeah, nothing but pure will. We talked about that. You know what's coming, but can you stop it? Dorsey gets his first points of the game.
So Dorsey finding a little bit of space to operate as Barrett drives down, loses it in the lane, ball rolls around. Lee ends up with it, and then going to be challenged. And then Delani's going to be bumped by Javier. That is the first foul of the game by Javier. Chris Clay comes in the game, giving Amari Barrett a breather. .640 to go. Ball in the hands now of Rollerson, who just knocked down a three. Tariq Caba covering him. Bounce pass over to Dixon. Dixon over to Rollerson. And Nate Jones is going to get fouled, reaching over the back of Delani. So he getting called with the foul there. So Nate Jones comes out of the game. So does Javier. And returning to the game goes, and it's going to be a 5-second call. And as Chris Clay is back in the game to go along with Van Buren, Amari Barrett, and Harlem Fleming on the floor. That time Barrett caught it.
Foul there on Williams.
Williams fouls over the back. Both teams with 2 fouls apiece. 23-9 is the score. Barrett looking for it. Van Buren splits the double team, drives to the basket, can't get it to score. And then Barrett and Van Buren were battling. Chris Clay thought about the three that time.
Nice jab step there, but he loses his dribble. As Dixon takes it the other way, nothing but open space. Amari Barrett comes back on defense and commits the foul.
Good hustle on that play by Barrett, never giving up on the play that time.
No doubt, Mo.
So as it stands right now, so to the line shooting 2 will be Dixon.
Second trip to the line.
So Barrett getting his first foul of the night. Team foul number 3, 23-9, 5:56 to go. So Dixon fires, back rims that first free throw. So Caba looks like Caba's going to come out. Bryce Brown returns. Caba with some really good minutes for the Falcons. Dixon misses the free throw that time. And the balls get knocked out of bounds as Jonathan Van Buren and Bryce Brown could not find a way to corral it. 23-9 is the score, 5:54 to go. Throwing it up top, and it goes to the backcourt. Bryce Brown harassing, and Martinez could not hold it. And that time Fleming drives inside, misses, gets his own rebound, back to the goal, he goes and scores.
Nice job hustling there from Fleming. He missed that wide open one, but put it right back up. Chris Clay harassing Williams at the top.
Now they're looking. Chris Clay inside the lane, tries to dump it down low, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Falcon ball. 25-9 is the score. So Lee is back in the game now. 5:23 to go in the first. Across the timeline now. Ball in the hands of Van Buren. Chris Clay. Van Buren on the box. Spin move inside. Turns and fires and scores.
Nice job by Van Buren navigating in traffic. Nice footwork there. Didn't pick up his foot off the catch.
27-9, and that time Van Buren is going to get called with a blocking foul against Dixon. So Van Buren picks up foul number 2. So Javier returns for Jonathan Van Buren. Van Buren with 4 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound in the game. Javier with 2 and 1. 2 points and 1 rebound. Bryce Brown covering. Martinez throws it over the top, back in the hands of Delani. Delani backs it up. Chris Clay covering. Delani drives down Main Street into Javier. They're going to call an offensive foul against Delani that time.
Ran right into the wall of Richards.
27-9, 4:43 to go. Javier going to throw it in. Into Bryce Brown. Crooked Oak extending pressure. Brown across the timeline now. Bounce pass over to Barrett. Barrett over to Javier. Barrett inside on the box, double teamed. Gets it down. Ball's going to be deflected out of bounds. But nice job by Barrett. He was looking for Javier, who really flew to the open spot on the floor. So Cabo returns as Chris Clay will take a break. Chris Clay leads with 4 points, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds in the game. Brown gets it inside. Easy play, easy basket for Barrett, who's now got double-digit scoring on the game. Nice assist by Tariq Cabo on the play.
Right, good execution there. Roughnecks just kind of sleep. You know what's coming on an inbound pass.
Barrett's got 11. Falcons up by 20. Inside, going to the basket. Blocking foul going to be called against Fleming that time. Team foul number 5, so going to the free throw line now will be Delani. So 4:06 to go. Shot is up. Around and down it goes for Delani. 19-point lead now.
Delani first points of the game come from the line.
So Cabo adjusting the equipment, mainly his shoes.
Millwood laced up in those KDs.
Shot did not fall that time. Rebound by Javier. Over to Brown. Brown resets, and a foul underneath this time. Being called against Williams that time. Hold against Barrett is what the officials are going to call. Team foul number 4. And that is the 4th foul for Pablo Williams. All 4 fouls in the first half of this game.
But he's got a tough assignment trying to cover Amari Barrett.
Barrett catches it on the inbound. Up fakes, drives in the lane. Tries to finish with the reverse shot, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Crooked Oak ball. Nice move driving into the lane. Just couldn't get that one to fall that time.
We got a little activity there from Caba and Dixon.
So Dixon across the timeline. 3:39 to go. Martinez thought about the 3. Over to Dixon. Falcons back in man-to-man defense. 3:33 to go. Dorsey with the screen. He did a great job. And the Falcons trying to tie up. It's going to be a jump ball situation, but a nice job by the Falcons on dissecting that offensive possession. They forced the ball the other way over the screen, and by the other player going under the screen, trapped on the other side, and forced almost a turnover there.
Right, they've got him down to a science, and now they're just applying more pressure.
Lee inside as the Falcons were late on the defensive rotation as Crooked Oak beat them.
All right, Lee, his first 2 points on the night.
So Lee over to Fleming now. Brown over to Fleming, I should say. Ball in the hands of Barrett. Barrett up fakes into the lane. And they're going to call an offensive foul against Barrett that time. Going to call an offensive foul. Barrett picks up his second foul. And now Van Buren's going to come in for Barrett. Barrett with 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Man, with a near double-double in the first half of this game. 2:58 to go. Dixon coming across the timeline. Van Buren covering. Dorsey couldn't handle it. Bryce Brown comes away with the steal. Over to Fleming from the right wing. Dials up the triple and cashes the check.
Nice spacing there by Fleming. Dissecting them coming off the steal. Finding an open three.
Delani now being guarded by Kaba. 2.5 to go. Ball nearly stolen that time. Looks like they're going to call Kaba. Both players a little slow getting up.
Gotta love the hustle here from Kaba, though. Great effort here in his minutes.
So it looks like going to the free throw line right now will be Delani. Crooked Oak is in the bonus. Today's game also sponsored by SSM Health, First Security Bank, Oklahoma City Community College, Love Student of the Month, Bank First, and Super Prep. Delani gets that first free throw to fall that time. 32-13 is the score right now. Title sponsor for tonight's broadcast is attorney Jason Lowe. Lowe Law Firm. He will fight for you. 32-14 is the score. Inside, ball to Van Buren, turn and fire. Can't get that short corner jump shot to fall. That turnaround hook, I should say. So Crooked Oak trying to make a dent inside, getting the ball inside to Lee. 32-16 and cutting the lead down to 16. 2 minutes to go.
Nice ball movement there by the Roughnecks. They've been decisive thus far, but the execution was on point there on that possession.
10-second call. And Coach Dorian was trying to holler at Bryce Brown. Brown was not paying attention. He was looking at the set. So 32-16. So now Barrett's got to come back in the game.
Right, Coach Williams staying on top of who's already got a couple fouls here in this first half, but Bryce Brown, you just got to dissect it a little faster when you're crossing the timeline.
So he brings Barrett back with 1:52 to go. Ball in the hands of Delani. Falcons remain in a zone defense right now, 1-2-2. Bounce pass over to Dixon. To the corner to Martinez. Back to Dixon, over to Delani. 92 seconds to go before the end of the first half. Up fake, firing it to Martinez. Martinez in the lane, back to Delani. Barrett stepping out on him, but Delani wheels around, cannot get the shot to fall that time.
All right, Crooked Oak trying to find an open shot around the perimeter, but Millwood doing a nice job, still man-to-man, but stepping up every time.
So a foul's going to be called against number 20. I want to say it's going to be against Dixon there. And it is Dixon. Team foul number 5. So that will send Kaba to the free throw line. Kaba has 5 points in the game as Chris Clay and Nate Jones look like they're set to come back in this game. Kaba does not get that first one to fall. So Bryce Brown is out. And Jonathan Van Buren is out. Returning the game, Nate Jones Jr. and Chris Clay. Nice touch by Kaba on that free throw. Gets that one to fall. 33-16. Dixon. And they got to get across the timeline now. Delani hits the Jets, gets it over to Dixon. Over to Martinez. Over to Delani. Over to Dixon on the left wing. Under a minute to play.
And they're trying to find an open three, but they find an open lead by the basket.
As Dorsey with a beautiful dime to Lee. Lee now has 6. Does he have 6 or 4? 4. We'll take a look here. 30 seconds to go. Amari Barrett in the lane. Kicks it to the corner. Wide open three-point shot for Javier. Can't get it to fall. Dorsey with the rebound. On the other end, Dixon drives inside. Draws a foul that time against Nate Jones Jr. Dixon going back to the free throw line now. 33-18, 17.1 seconds to go. So now, going to work right now. Shot falls that time for Dixon. So 17.1 seconds to go. Jones comes out. Jonathan Van Buren returns. Dixon trying to put, shot no good by Dixon that time. Rebound pulled down by Amari Barrett. Foul in the backcourt by Lee. To the free throw line goes Barrett now. Barrett has 11 right now. His presence has been immense tonight. He's been a factor on the boards as well as a factor on the offensive column as Barrett continues to add on to his night. He's got 12. He gets one more.
Like we touched on it earlier, that's just the kind of player he is. Anything you need, he can give it to you. He's a big body. He's got a big presence out there on offense and defense.
35-19, Barrett comes out. So now Kevon Shields comes in the game. Van Buren is out. So you got Kaba, Clay, and then Bryce Brown is back on the floor as well. Stepping on the end line, and it still will be Crooked Oak ball. 12.5 seconds to go.
It's a nice job by Delani fighting for his position.
Looking to throw it in. Bounce pass over. Stolen right now. Back over to Bryce Brown. Bryce Brown fires the three, does not draw iron, but the ball's off the hands of Martinez.
All right, touched just a little too soft there. I know he's looking at the clock. He had a little bit of time, but still not very much. You had to get a quick shot off.
Bryce Brown is out. Kaba Javier is out as well. So now we got the players that's on the floor right now. Trying to get a three-point specialist. Kaba trying to find space, and it's going to be chopped at by Delani. And back to the free throw line with 1.5 seconds to go will be Kaba. So now to the free throw line goes Kaba. Kaba's got 5, make that 6 on the night. With 2 players with 2 fouls each, Coach Dorian is doing a great job of substituting out. He does not want to get any cheap fouls. So Kevon Shields returns to the game along with Bryce Brown. Barrett takes a seat. Kaba misses the free throw that time. And so at the end of the first half, it is 36-19. And we will be back with the Lowe Law Firm halftime report. That's coming up in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. This is Millwood Falcon playoff basketball.
Hello, I am attorney Jason Lowe, the attorney that will fight for you. Give us a call at 405-232-8500 for a free initial consultation and flexible payment plans. And remember, I will fight for you.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Oklahoma City, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.
Layup lines, sweat on the floor, whole gym shaking. We want more. New tape on my wrist, old scars on my knees. Coach yelling my name, heart stuck in my teeth. Warm up jacket off, whole bench getting loud. Student section wild, I'm locked, not the crowd. High school hoops, this our house. 14 banners, one more now. Third row French scream so loud. This my court, this my crowd. Baseline drive, don't back down. Cross, cross, spin, I on this ground. Buzzers talk when the lights come down. Down, 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 down. This our house, 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 house. This our house. Chalk, dust on my hands. Numbers on the board. JV in the stands. Dreaming about the floor. Trash talk in my ear. Scoreboard on my side. You can have the talk, I'm taking the time. High school hoops, this our house. 14 banners, one more now. Third row French scream so loud. This my court, this my crowd. Baseline drive, don't back down. Cross, cross, spin, I on this ground. Buzzers talk when the lights come down. Down, 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 down. This our house, 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 house. This our house, 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 house,
Welcome back to the Millwood Halftime Report, sponsored by SSM Health and attorney Jason Lowe. Lowe Law Firm, he will fight for you. Taking a look at the halftime numbers, believe it or not, this game really was won in the first quarter by the Falcons, where they outscored Crooked Oak 21-4. But in the second, everything remained tied as both teams scored 15 points apiece. Now, the Falcons side of the ball, they shot 14 of 30, 47%, assist, 16 rebounds in this game, and that's really the factor to go along with those 5 steals. They forced 8 turnovers against Crooked Oak in the first half. Crooked Oak with only 8 rebounds overall in the game. So the Falcons being plus, when I said plus 8 in that category, second chance shots, that's how they were able to build the lead. Now, shots on goal, Crooked Oak 6 of 12, field goal shooting 50%, 2 of 5 from deep, 40%. They're getting decent quality shots, but overall they have not been able to sustain it when Barrett, Van Buren, Chris Clay, and others are on the floor. The cohesiveness have led to a little bit of disjointed play, a little bit for the Falcons. However, Barrett has done an excellent job of countering that with 13 points to match his 8 rebounds in the game to go with his one piece of all the action. It has allowed things to really go for the Falcons overall. The Falcons could have a bigger lead if they were better at the free throw line, though. 6 of 11, 55%. That's the number that stands out to me.
Right, but the Roughnecks, they're 5 for 12 from the free throw line. Yes, they're down by a few points, but the thing is, if you can nail that down, you can start to cut at this lead. And then another glaring fact that I saw is Millwood is out-rebounding them offensively 7-0. So Crooked Oak is not earning themselves any second-chance possession, so it's going to be really hard to fight back. And like you mentioned, with the heavy rotation that Coach Williams is putting out there, as much confusion or whatever that may be for Millwood is causing even more.
It's 1:17 to go. 36-19 is the score. And you're doing it tonight without Isaiah Wilkes, a big factor. And one of the other factors that need to be mentioned about in the girls' game, because we didn't talk about it enough, is that Lauren Carey was not available for the team tonight. That's a good player, and she's an X-factor player that can do many different things. So the team was down one extra player on that side of the ball, and it was a true factor overall.
Right, and her impact is felt on extra possessions for the Lady Falcons. So that's something to look for and see if that's a factor tomorrow. But even today, I didn't expect anything less but excel play from Amari Barrett with the absence of Isaiah Wilkes.
And it's been good play. So what do you want to see from the Falcons on the second half of this game?
I mean, they're going to get fouled. The Roughnecks have already fouled them 15 times, so one factor they could easily fix is just hitting those free throws because, like you say all the time, they're free if you make them, but they cost if you don't.
Now, so coming back to the second half of this game, the Falcons are going to have to get back engaged and get that defensive mentality and continue to press them. So starting off the second half of this game will be the starters. Bryce Brown to go along with Amari Barrett, Chris Clay, Javier, and Jonathan Van Buren to start the second half of this game. So Chris Clay throws it in. And now we're back to live action right now. Back to work. Brown gets it over to Van Buren. Swings it over to Chris Clay. That was, the contested shot was Williams up top.
Right, and as you mentioned, tough defense. All within his rights, but Chris Clay being physical, putting hands on him any chance he gets.
Now going. So now Delani at the free throw line. Shot is good there by Delani. 38-20 is the score. 6:22 to go. So now spin, shot, kiss off the glass is good. There, or straight nets, I should say, there by Delani. Across the timeline goes Brown. Deep, dangerous pass by Brown that time over to Van Buren. Van Buren inside to Barrett. Barrett swings it to the corner. Chris Clay corralled it, gets it back to Van Buren inside to Javier, who dives to the basket and scores.
Beautiful. You saw that pass to Chris Clay in the corner. It was kind of a bounce. He couldn't get in his pocket, but they continue to move the ball and find a quality shot.
Wide open shot by Williams. Draws. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Crooked Oak ball. I'm sorry, Millwood ball.
Right, that was about as open as Williams has been all night, but couldn't even strike iron on the three.
Ball in the hands now. Cross court over. Over to Clay. Clay thought about it. Bryce Brown backing it up. Finding a crease in the lane. Swings it to the corner. Chris Clay for the triple. Shot hits the backboard, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Millwood ball.
That's good vision there by Bryce Brown, swinging it across court. You got an elite shooter like that, the pass placement means everything. And that was good vision as he had enough space to rise up.
Going back to work. So now Chris Clay takes his seat. Harlem Fleming comes in. Shot, no good, and the ball will go out. It'll be Crooked Oak ball.
All right, trying to find some inside action. He had a lot of guys on the left side of that court. As soon as he turned around, took the elbow jumper.
Dixon being guarded by Barrett. 40-21. Over to Delani, to Martinez. Again, Bryce Brown with an excellent job creating havoc and drawing the foul against Martinez.
Right, he's been giving Martinez all type of fits. And Martinez really just kind of getting some action back in the second half.
So Brown across the timeline. He's not going to make that 10-second call problem again. Brown looking, and the ball's off the foot of Dixon. Fleming to throw it in. Over to Bryce Brown. Brown swings it to Barrett. Wide open three from the top, and Barrett buries it.
It's a nice job. Get paid off of setting a good screen.
Barrett now with 18 points in the game. Looking for space.
And the pressure gets to Delani.
Martinez goes. Barrett with the steal.
Walks
Barrett
right into
does
it.
everything.
Right spot at the
Kicks
right
it to
time.
the corner. Bryce Brown inside the lane. Kiss off the glass. Rolls around but does not fall for Brown.
Millwood quickly getting back on defense.
Dixon scramble. Williams now has it. Falcons recover, set defensively. Williams gets it over to Delani. Delani wants to go to the box to lead. But nice job by Van Buren taking away that passing lane. Now Barrett stepping out against Delani. Crooked Oak changes their offensive set. Martinez. Falcons remain in man-to-man defense. Van Buren stepping out. Over to Lee. Fleming covering. Lee tries to bulldog his way into the lane. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound pulled down by Javier.
Tough shot. Shooting in front of three Falcons.
Firing a shot. And Van Buren launched that one into the front row.
All right, a little too fancy with the pass. He tried to one-handed, and that soared into the stands.
Martinez back to Dixon. 43-21, 3:09 to go. Across the timeline. Into the lane. And that time they're going to call an offensive foul.
It's good awareness. Good job by Javier setting his feet.
Javier gets up. Williams comes out. Dorsey comes back in for Crooked Oak. Score 43-21 right now. 3:02 to go. Fleming to throw it in to Bryce Brown.
Basketball's just a little moist.
So Brown coming around, over to Fleming, over to Barrett. Barrett to Javier, over to Van Buren. Bounce pass, turn and fire, short corner shot by Barrett. Hits the side of the goal, goes up and falls in as he explodes into 20 points on the night.
It's good movement, though. Nice job rising off the dribble.
Barrett rocking a 20-piece. Martinez's throw. The lob is too far over the top. So timeout, Crooked Oak. And we will take a timeout here as well. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Playoff Basketball, sponsored by Lowe Law Firm. Attorney Jason Lowe, he will fight for you. 405-232-8500. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Prague High School, home of the Red Devils. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson on the call tonight. Tonight's game sponsored by attorney Jason Lowe. He will fight for you. The Falcons in the third have outscored Crooked Oak 9-2. Falcons again bringing their defensive intensity and really giving themselves an advantage in this game. Fleming, Brown, Barrett, Richards, and Van Buren on the floor right now for the Falcons. Barrett over to Van Buren. Van Buren throws it up high, and Javier catches it. And Javier, nice job by Dorsey making that shot attempt almost impossible that time. Once Javier caught it and brought it down.
All right, just tough to time it up there. Delani off the dribble on the jumper. That's no good. Rebound, Van Buren.
Over to Bryce Brown. 1:52 to go. Across the timeline now. Bryce Brown. Falcons looking and building. Realizing they're about 9 minutes away from punching their ticket to state as Fleming misses the shot. Rebound pulled down by guess who? Barrett.
Tries to flick it back to center court, but Lee comes up with the steal.
And a timeout called on the floor by Crooked Oak. And taking a look at that official stat line for Amari Barrett. Barrett is 1 rebound away from a double-double tonight. 20 points and 9 rebounds in the game as it stands right now. Timeout called on the floor. If we're looking at second half point production overall for the team. Point production overall for Millwood in the second half of this game. Millwood has shot 4 of 10 in the second half, 40%, 1 of 3, 33%. For Crooked Oak on the other side, 0 for 3 shooting, 0 for 1 from deep. Crooked Oak 2 or 2 at the free throw line in the second half. The Millwood Falcons have not been to the free throw line in the second half of this game. Limiting shot opportunities for Crooked Oak and continuing to add on points and build this lead. The Falcons have once again established a real dominating performance here so far in this game, Jamin.
Right. One thing to look at from Crooked Oak is they haven't committed any fouls, and that was limiting their lineups right now as Dorsey scores. So they're finding a little bit of success offensively as Lee comes up with another steal. That's 2 steals, quick ones.
And Lee drives to the basket and score.
Turns that into points. Lee has 8.
So just when you start thinking that things are looking one way, you got to pay attention. Lead back down to 20. 54 seconds to go in the game as Van Buren pulls up and knocks down the shot. That free throw, Jay, is nice for Van Buren.
Nice jumper off the dribble. He hasn't had as much success offensively as he usually would, but staying persistent.
Fleming picks up a foul. That's team foul number 2. So Fleming comes out of the game and Nate Jones Jr. comes in. 43.7 seconds to go. Rollerson is now back in the game for Crooked Oak. He drives and he wanted to get the ball to Dorsey, but he put so much pepper on it And Dorsey and him were not quite on the same page.
Not
Almost
at all.
took the life of a cheerleader on that play.
A little friendly fire.
Barrett.
You heard that smack from all the way up here. That's a foul on Dixon.
Dixon's going to end up fouling Barrett on the play. So that is going to be team foul number 3 against Crooked Oak with 31.3 seconds to go. So not coming into the game now is number 15, Appleby. He's coming in for Dixon now. Van Buren across the timeline with 30 seconds to go in the third. Javier. Ball in the hands of Caba, who's checked in the game. And the ball's deflected off the fingertips of Nate Jones Jr. .19 seconds to go. Rollerson being guarded by Caba. Caba
Dorsey creeping
covering
up for
and
the screen.
smothering the ball. Back in the hands of Dorsey. Ball deflected. Rollerson retrieves it. 4 seconds on the clock.
Millwood still a
3
man
seconds.
defense.
And a deep three-point shot by Rollerson. And he's cashed from about 35 feet.
He's at 6, his second 3 of the game.
28-47, 19-point lead going into the fourth. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Basketball, brought to you tonight, of course, sponsored by Lowe Law Firm. Jason Lowe, attorney Jason Lowe, he will fight for you. Also sponsored by SSM Health, First Security Bank, OCCC, Love Student of the Month, Bank First, and Super Prep.
Hello, I am attorney Jason Lowe, the attorney that will fight for you. Give us a call at 405-232-8500 for a free initial consultation and flexible payment plans. And remember, I will fight for you.
Welcome back. Start for the fourth quarter. The Falcons officially 8 minutes away from punching their ticket to the state tournament. 19-point lead. Lee, Rollerson, Martinez, Dorsey, and Appleby on the floor for Crooked Oak. For the Falcons, Nate Jones Jr., Chris Clay, Javier, Van Buren, and Barrett on the floor as Rollerson knocks down another triple.
Shot that all the way from Crooked Oak. All his points are from beyond the arc. He's got 9.
So now, trying to corral and get everybody focused. Falcons set as Crooked Oak is trying to make a run. Barrett in the lane, goes with the Euro. Chris Clay steps into a 3. Shot no good. Nate Jones could not pull that rebound down that time.
It's pulled down by Dorsey. Martinez with the rock against Barrett.
So trying to work. Van Buren gets it around, trying to cover Martinez, and Martinez put too much pepper on that pass intended for Rollerson.
Right, trying to communicate. Rollerson wanted that a little deeper in the corner.
47-31, 7:09 to go. Van Buren across the timeline. Over to Caba. Over to Van Buren. To Javier. Inside the lane to Van Buren with a touch pass. Inside to Barrett and score it.
All right, that's Rollerson with the assignment, trying to stay on Barrett, flowing within the defense, but that was a nice vision with that entry pass from Van Buren.
Van Buren with the double deuce tonight, 49-31. And he's now trying to get the extra value meal. As Van Buren comes out of the game, Bryce Brown comes back in. Barrett's worked hard. He's got fries and the burger. Can he get the drink? He does. Completes the extra value meal. 73-31. 23 points now on the night for Amari Barrett. 51-31 is the score. Ball up top to Dorsey. Dorsey in the lane. Goes with the runner. Nice game as Dorsey starting to heat up just a little bit here.
Yeah, Dorsey starting to work inside. A lot of work defensively, but he's got 6 points now.
Ball in the hands of Brown. Tariq Kaba to Javier. Over to Brown, over to Clay. Back to Brown, pass deflected. Barrett goes up and retrieves it. And in the lane, draws a foul against Lee. Barrett going with the extra effort, the extra desire, the extra hunger to make a play. That ball could have easily been going the other way, giving Crooked Oak a little bit of chance to build some more momentum.
Right, but that's the intensity you need, especially from the guy spearheading this lead. Always emptying the tank.
Lee just picked up his 5th foul. Got 2 fouls in the quarter right now. Chris Clay over to Javier. Javier back out to Clay. Swing out to Kaba now. Shot from the right wing, no good. Chris Clay tried to get it on Barrett's 3, but could not get that.
Kaba makes up for it, though. He gets Clay right in the corner, and he slows it down. Timeout, Millwood.
Timeout by Coach Dorian Williams. 60-second timeout. We'll take one as well. Low Law Firm, if you're in a situation and you need someone on your side, call attorney Jason Lowe. Get the legal help you deserve with a free initial consultation. Call the Low Law Firm, 405-232-8500. That's 405-232-8500. Attorney Jason Lowe, he will fight for you. Other sponsors for today's game, SSM Health, First Security Bank, OCCC, Love Student of the Month, Bank First, and Super Prep. With a win tonight, the Falcons will punch their ticket into the state bracket, which officially begins next week. Class 3A action starts on Wednesday. Just don't know the slot in which the teams will play. Now, will Millwood have 1 team or 2 teams to play? The girls' team fell earlier at the hands of the Alva Ladybugs. So now they have to come back here tomorrow night and take on Bethel at 6 o'clock. That's a win or go home game. If they win, they will punch their ticket and get to the state tournament tomorrow. Back to live action now. Back over to Chris Clay. Van Buren.
Active hands there by Dorsey.
Javier tried to get the ball, but Dorsey knocked that ball away. 5:43 to go in the contest. 50-33 is the score. Back to Van Buren, short corner. Van Buren drives inside, kicks it. Kaba fires the 3 from the corner. Counted all 3s for Kaba.
Quick trigger from Kaba. That was a nice job spacing it out.
Nice assist that time by Jonathan Van Buren on the play. Javier guarding Martinez now. Lead back up to 20. Falcons looking for space. Covering, tying up Dorsey in the lane. Chris Clay comes away with the steal that time. Clay pushes, throws it up to Kaba. Kaba to Barrett on the box. Barrett up fake in the lane. Kiss off the glass and scores. Count it again. Barrett cannot be stopped tonight. What a game by Amari Barrett.
Yep, calling his number at any moment. That's a tough shot. And the and one. See if he can get the biscuit to go.
Barrett with a quarter. Looking to make 26 tonight. Front rims that one, but Javier gets the rebound. Falcons reset. Back in the hands of Barrett. Back to Van Buren near half court. Falcons trying to kill a little bit of clock. Van Buren goes downhill to the lane. What a nice stop! Drive and kick to a drive into the basket goes Javier.
That's Magic Van Buren there with the nice dish.
Van Buren being the creator. Inside goes Lee. Lee misses the shot, gets his own rebound and putback opportunity.
Lee's been grinding all night. He's got 10. All out the mud.
Inside the lane goes Kaba, goes with the runner. He's going to be fouled, driving in, and Lee's going to foul out of this game. If that's number 5. Well, he could foul out. We'll find out in just a second here. But Kaba's going to shoot it. So Lee's going to come out of the game. Crooked Oak looks like they're going to make wholesale substitutions here in just a moment. So Lee's dapping up the Millwood coaches. Great sportsmanship by that young man. So Rollerson as Kaba at the free throw line. Front rims that first one. .4:14 to go, and Dorsey's going to come out of the game. Giving way now to Curry, who's coming to the game. Also returning back to the game is Appleby and Atkins. And Kevon Shields is coming on the game for Chris Clay. Barrett, Javier, Kaba, Brown, and Shields on the floor right now as Kaba knocks down that other free throw right now. 58-35. Ball knocked out of bounds, or a turnover on the inbound play will lead to the Falcons getting the ball. Barrett needing to tie his shoe. And then Harlan Fleming is going to come in the game now for Kevon Shields. Barrett catches it on the inbounds. Dorsey boxing him. Barrett, spin move, put him in the washing machine. Couldn't get that one to fall, and Barrett's going to get called for over the back that time.
All right, trying to get it right back.
Team foul number 1. So Dorsey now comes out of the game. Into the game comes Persh. Rollerson now has it. Ball knocked out of bounds by Kaba. Now Kevon Shields set to return to the game. So Bryce Brown's coming out of the game now as Kevon Shields is in the game now. 4:01 to go. Rollerson drawing the attention of 2 Falcon defenders on that one. And it's over and back.
Almost got away with that.
58-35. Kaba to throw it in, or make that Shields is going to throw it in. Over to Fleming. Fleming turns the corner. Shot off the glass, no good. And that time,
one-handed rebound by Javier.
So
with Persh on his back.
So they're going to say that is a foul on on Javier, which I don't agree with. 3:46 to go. Coming around the timeline.
Ball don't lie, Mo.
Barrett gets it back, and Barrett glides in and dunks it with a little bit of nasty. Hits him with that sauce.
Ball don't lie. Javier got it right back. Slam from Barrett. Rollerson driving on the baseline. I think they called Javier for another foul.
Yep, it is Javier getting called with the foul. Team foul now by the Falcon is 3 team fouls, 3:24 to go. 4 team fouls against Crooked Oak. It'll be interesting to see how much longer Coach Dorian stays and keeps Javier and Barrett in the game. Kevon Shields covering Rollerson. Now Atkins has it. Atkins, pass, gonna be stolen again by Barrett. And trying to slam it home was Javier. Couldn't climb high enough to get it, but it's gonna be a steal on the other end. That time going to work, Barrett battling. Misses the shot, gets his own rebound, and puts the 2 back on the board.
Rollerson trying to take it cross court, gets that out to Atkins. Fleming on ball.
So 62-35 is the score now. 2:41. Fleming rips it clean, throws it ahead. And Atkins going to end up running it down or letting it run out of bounds, but it will be Crooked Oak ball. Falcons been relentless tonight on the defensive end. Challenging. You got to be sharp.
Right from start to finish, not afraid to hit the floor even with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in a blowout win.
Curry gets it back to Rollerson. Rollerson being guarded by Shields. Rollerson stops, pops from the top. Shot no good. Rebound Van Buren. He should have the double-double secured now as Harlan Fleming drives to the basket and scores. Barrett with the assist. So Bryce Brown is back in the game along with Nate Jones Jr. And it looks like Barrett's night is over. 29 points, 4 assists, 11 rebounds in the game for Amari Barrett. Now Ramel LeGrand is in the game along with Donnie Bly on the floor right now. So Brown is not staying in the game right now. So instead we have Cody Rhodes is in the game right now for the Falcons. But all normal starters and rotational players are out of the game right now. Inside. Ball taken away with the steal by Nate Jones.
Just being in the right place at the right time.
Gives it up to Kevon Shields, who puts 2 on the board off the Nate Jones assist. Now also into the game right now, number 13, Hopkins is in the game. Hopkins kicks it over to Curry. In the lane with the runner. High shot off the glass that time by Persh.
Rebound Jones pushing up the pace.
And Jones tries to get the ball ahead to Cody Rhodes, who's fouled. Will go back to the free throw line. 91 seconds left to go in this one. The Falcons will be Class 3A Bracket 1 area champs as they knock down that first free throw there by Rhodes. 67-35. Knocks down the second one. Rhodes covering Hopkins. Hopkins dishes it back out to Atkins. Atkins fires a 3, shot no good that time. Rebound by Nate Jones Jr.
Keeping that dribble alive there, dishing that off the Rhodes. Second shot attempt no good.
And then Nate Jones gets the putback attempt. 70-35, 1:08 to go. So Atkins comes out of the game. Now coming to the game comes Johnson. So Crooked Oak will have another chance to get to the state tournament. They punch their ticket if they can win tomorrow night. And then that one, a block out of bounds, going to go against Ramel LeGrand. Team foul number 4. When you have 4 fouls with under a minute to go in high school ball in the state of Oklahoma, you can almost say that's a foul to give.
Hopkins moving it around.
Drives inside, swings it back up top to Perch. 3-point shot attempt by Johnson's no good.
Perch with the rebound right around the rim.
Perch
working
going
it
to work,
around Shields.
trying to finish with the reverse. Missed his own 3, got his own rebound. And on the other end, 3-point shot attempt by Rhodes is no good.
Bly could have took the shot. That's a nice job moving it around, finding a more open shot.
Perch reverses back out, kicks it back out to Hopkins, who swings it over to Johnson. 12 seconds on the clock. Johnson looking for space. 5 seconds on the clock. As the final seconds tick off the clock, and the Millwood Falcons Class 3A, Bracket 1, area champions, and will advance to state, winning by the score of 70-35. The Falcons did it tonight without Isaiah Wilkes. Got the job done, knocking off Class 3A number 5. And again, Crooked Oak's season is not over. They will just be back here tomorrow night having to win. And I said a star by the name of Community Christian. It'll be Star versus Community Christian tomorrow night for a chance to go to state. And that's going to be a good game as well. That game will also be here tomorrow night at Prague. When you start looking at it all the time, Community Christian, here's crazy enough. Crooked Oak beat them before. The Falcons holding up the plaque. Falcons, Class 3A area bracket 1 champions. So nice job by the Falcons doing it. Gonna hope that Isaiah Wilkes will be available. But for those who were looking at some crazy things tonight, who thought Crooked Oak really, you play the game and everybody has a chance to play the game and win the game without any question, Jamin. But Crooked Oak and Millwood have had 4 like opponents. Millwood 4-0, Crooked Oak 3-1. Crooked Oak is a talented team, but in those 4 games, Millwood outscored their opponent 357-172. Crooked Oak outscored their opponents 20-197, plus 3 versus 185 points. And then, of course, the average margin of points scored in the game, Millwood averaged 89.2. Crooked Oak averaged 50. That's a difference of plus 39.2. Inside the numbers really tell you when you look at individual matchups. But here, one thing I will tell you if you're a Crooked Oak fan watching this broadcast tonight, keep in mind, they beat Community Christian earlier this year by 14 points, 44-30. So